first actual game of Icons. We did session 0 last week, and we are now getting ready to launch into our very first episode of our superhero campaign. Before we do, we would like to, of course, thank our sponsors, D&D Beyond. That is D, the letter N, dbeyond.com. You can find all sorts of reference material for the high fantasy version of D&D 5th edition, including reference books for the actual campaigns and your PHB information, as well as a bunch of homebrewed information. As well, we'd also like to thank our sponsors at Lucky Dice Cafe and Station Retro. If you're looking for a live game to play, you should head on out to those two locations if you're in Huntsville, Alabama, to play with our top DM, the DM who started this all, Captain Sack. Before we begin, I, of course, would like to do our round of introductions and thank yous for the players that are here tonight. Jason, thank you very much for running Icons for us. Definitely looking forward to seeing how this all works out. As you see above his cam, it says the Sovereign, because he is the DM. I'd also like to thank Valen, who is playing Cleopas, the twin to my twin, because why the fuck not? Daniel, who will be playing Phantom. Decca, or Jeremy, who is playing
Osnadurta.
Okay. That.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
He's playing Osna?
Actually, sorry.
And we would
I was
like
gonna say,
to
if you
thank
want,
Seb.
you can call it Aussie.
Could call him Aussie. We'll figure that
I was
out.
already planning to.
And we like to thank Seb for joining us and playing Detective Top. We wish Ray a speedy recovery as he is not feeling well to join us tonight. However, without further ado, as I make sure I'm properly situated here. Done. Jason, where are we starting? What's happening?
Oh, let's start on a dock. A loading dock, to be specific. The twins are on a rooftop across the road. The loading dock belongs to a research firm. And you have been tracking a string of tech thefts. Someone has been stealing a lot of equipment for doing, what's it called? I think CRISPR is the method. It's a gene splicing technique.
Yeah, CRISPR.
That they've been, there's been a string of thefts along a couple of states of various equipment. They've been very careful to hit states that do not have a large superhuman presence. Areas where there's not a sovereign affiliated team assigned to them. Now, I don't know what city the twins are from. I don't know that we went that far into their backgrounds. Okay, neither have y'all. We're good to go then.
It helps we're on our own roof. This is the house we own.
You're on your own roof.
It's not spying. It's on your property.
That's true. You can wear whatever costume you want to on your property.
Technically, these are my pajamas, if anybody asks.
Man, you must sleep real well at night.
Nice and snug.
We're coming back from a cosplay convention. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah,
But,
who are you cosplaying?
I can't believe
Our own
I've
OCs.
never heard of these characters.
No, we're cosplaying our own original characters.
Yeah,
It's
there
fine.
we go.
There's them types.
Sure.
So anyway, they're following something of a path. You are currently in a smaller city to the south of Kansas City. Let's see.
get
And they
Google
have,
Maps
they
out.
started off on the East Coast and they've kind of been heading this way.
So we've sort of been like traveling with them in a way.
Mhm. Right.
Okay.
This research farm does a whole lot of genetics research. They have government contracts, etc. There's a few spots in Kansas City, but Kansas City has a team assigned to it. So if they follow their usual MO, they'll avoid Kansas City. So it is brothers, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So the brothers have been staking this spot out for a couple of nights now, at least.
Using powers, I have to use a determination point. Is that what you said?
No.
Dumb. We can just use them.
The determination points, you have to tap a... what do they call them in this one? I keep wanting to say aspects, but I think that's the fake name for them. Qualities.
Oh, for qualities. Okay.
Right. You tap a quality. You can burn a determination point. There's a variety of things it can do. The biggest thing, or the one that gets me used the most, is probably the +2.
Okay.
And that can be a +2, like in combat. You can tap one for +2, and then you decide if it's going to be +2 to hit or +2 to the effect. So like damage for a punch or.
Okay. So if I use my animal mimicry right now to say get the eyes of a hawk, I can do that to look off more in the distance then?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that then.
Okay. What is your rank in animal mimicry?
4.
All right, so that would probably give you super senses extended. Let me see. Super senses extended. For each level, reduce the effective range to sense something by 1.
So I can't do.
So at 4 ranks, yeah, it's like you've got a super, super good pair of binoculars.
Okay. And I'll just like look over the entrances to the building, see if anyone is out of place here or if they've already started to try and take from it.
Okay. Give me an awareness roll. All right, you have managed to spot 4 or 5 guards patrolling the grounds. Really only 2 or 3 of them outside, but you've seen the guys patrolling outside step in and talk to others occasionally.
Okay.
This matches up with what you've seen in previous nights. The place is more or less shut down at night. I mean, everybody kind of goes home at 6 or 7 generally.
Okay. So nothing out of the ordinary right now.
Not so far.
Okay. Guess all we can keep doing is watching. Unless Galadio has something in mind.
No, he's just basically waiting for something to go wrong, because something always goes wrong.
It is the nature of the business. All right, and Detective Top.
Yeah.
Man, you're quiet. All right.
Sorry. I'm a quiet person in general, and the mic doesn't help.
You have also been pursuing these thefts, but less from the. I don't want to put this. You have more been talking to police contacts and examining clues, and a little bit less actually staking places out. This is not the twins, for example. This is not the first place they've staked out. But in a couple of the other locations, there was multiple places they could hit, and they just missed them.
Okay.
Let's see, what were your skills? You had a lot of them, didn't you?
Like the specialties?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, I got investigate occult sleight of hand all at level 2 and then power at 1.
One thing that has you concerned is that in addition to the tech thefts, there have been some folks in the occult community that have had things go up missing. And by missing, I mean doors were kicked in and, things were broken into and taken. You don't know what that could have to do with the genetics equipment that's been stolen. But it has regularly been in the same cities. Not every city that's had one of the tech thefts has had one of these occult burglaries. But the ones where they're both happening in one city, the timing matches up. The fact that they seem to be moving east towards the EZ also has you worried. The EZ is what folks call what's called the event zone, which is where some sort of Miztech device was detonated close to the was it Kansas-Nebraska border?
I believe so.
And this is an area that's still, well, it's off limits because it's simply too dangerous. You have a very large super team called the Battalion that is permanently stationed in the area to partly to discourage people from poking around, mostly to stop whatever comes out from getting anywhere else in the country. And you have had everything from zombies to dragons to eldritch horrors try to wander out of that thing. There are rumors online that you had a kaiju come out at one point.
Oh god.
Yes, fight the kaiju.
The Sovereigns have been a little tight-lipped on exactly what the device did. But there are all kinds of rumors, everything from it, it's simply some kind of mutation field to it poked a hole through multiple dimensions. There's plenty of conspiracies online for it. But you have also tracked them to this warehouse. So how would you be staking out this warehouse? Or this research facility?
Would I be able to just use my astral projection and investigate inside?
Oh yeah, that is what you get. Yes, absolutely. You would just need to find somewhere safe to stash your body.
You said we're at a shipping yard?
Well, the twins are looking at the loading dock. Where this place can take in and supplies or ship stuff out.
Okay.
But that's basically one side of the building.
I mean, is there shipping containers I can just keep my body in as I astral project?
If you wanted to try to sneak into the facility before you did that, yes. There are some crates sitting around. Or some trash cans, that sort of thing. Dumpsters.
I smell pleasant after that. How would I I'm assuming I'd have to roll something to get in there, I would assume.
Alright. Are you trying to sneak up to the facility and into one of the containers? Okay. So what you need is a stealth roll. Stealth uses your coordination.
Okay.
So I will assign you a difficulty.
Oh, my bad.
And roll a dice, and then you have to beat the number that I come up with, or that I roll up.
That's a pretty good roll.
Okay, why is my dice roller not coming up? Or do I have it? Oh, I have it buried under character sheets. Okay. Oh, hang on. There was supposed to be a plus on that. Okay, that actually did worse. All right, the guards do not spot you. You're able to avoid security cameras. Twins, I need you to give me a awareness roll.
They don't call us
See how I-
Wonder Twins for nothing.
Gross.
You've got that synergy already.
Nice. You also do not spot Detective Top. He is one with the night.
You a sneaky boy.
Sneaky spinny boy.
Not spinning yet.
Not spinning yet.
He's
Otherwise,
sneaky
we'll
until
start
he
hearing-
starts spinning. Oh,
Give it time.
Yeah, we'll
I
start
ran a
hearing
completely different
Beyblades.
game one time where one of the players was going on and on about how stealthy his character was. You know, he had this whole ninja thing, 2 katanas. The katana shot thunder. One shot thunder and one shot lightning. But he was all about stealth other than that.
That makes almost no sense.
So for a decade and a half after this, anytime we made characters, we would make fun of him about this character by going sneak, 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 flash boom.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It didn't help that the character was trying to peel somebody's fingers off in the first session
Oof.
in what was supposed to be a 4-color game. They thought she was probably a robot.
Probably.
That's just it. They thought
Not a
probably
robot.
she's a robot. He's like, well, I'll just skin one of her fingers and see.
Ooh.
So the entire team is basically restraining him while one other guy gets the idea of, well, let's just take a blood sample and see if that comes out normal. By the next session, he switched over to a speedster, and, Flash Boom popped up, later when they were fighting the CIA team.
Oh.
They got their orders mixed up. The CIA's Black Ops guy got sent to the 4-color guys by mistake.
It's pretty great. That's pretty great.
Anyway, back to this. So that's the twins and Detective Top. Ozzy.
Hi. Hi.
Do you have a particular background in mind for this character?
Do I have a particular what? I'm sorry?
Do you have any history thought up for this character yet?
Oh, yeah. He was created by some ne'er-do-wells. They could be these ne'er-do-wells. He doesn't really remember. He gained sentience from just years of use, and like the energy that powers him just kind of eventually gained him sentience, and he kind of like walked away from it after he figured these guys have been using me for crap. He walked off.
Okay.
If you're asking me what I'd do in this situation, I would probably smash. So we're just gonna throw that out there.
A man
What kind of
after my own
smashing?
heart.
Give me I know your character is artificial. What
Mhm.
does Ozzy look like?
He is a large silvery colored golem. Not even an attempt to be looking like, not even an attempt to look like humanoid. Kind of looks like the Iron Man Mark 1. Or if you're into magic, Karn Liberated.
So big and obviously artificial.
Big and obviously artificial, yes. Stealthy, he is not.
As I quickly look up Car Liberated to see what you're talking about.
Do you need a picture?
I found one. Okay, kind of like a big war.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, hello. D&D. Yeah, it's a Warforged. It's basically a Warforged.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
I forget what I'm doing sometimes.
I think that's how life goes. We just forget what we do.
So, you have been walking for quite some time. You've only
What I
just
do.
recently decided to walk off from the facility you're in.
Sure.
You become self-aware. You are unhappy with the things your creators. You refuse to think of them as owners anymore. Had been having to do. But
How do I? Okay.
while they were keeping you busy, for quite a while, they kept you busy enough that you didn't really have time to think about this sort of stuff too much. Even as your self-awareness started to come in. But they left you alone for a while, so you had time to think. You marched out of the facility. The surrounding area looked quite a bit different than it was the last time you were out.
Oh.
The land looks kind of blasted and where before there was plenty of plant life and green, everything looks kind of dead now.
This place looks like crap.
It was night. You just began walking. In the morning, you realize you're walking into the sunrise, so you realize you're walking east.
Ooh.
You've been largely avoiding people for, out of concern for how they'll react to, how you look.
Yeah. Fair. Well,
you had access to TV and stuff, TV and so forth, so some about everyday life.
I have a basic history about the going on.
You may be under the misconception that, people are a lot funnier than they actually are, but they just got some TV. This is the first night that you've ventured into a large city. To be fair, this is the largest city you've seen so far, but you've avoided most of your smaller towns. Not having to eat and drink and so forth means you haven't had to go in for supplies. But you realize you're going to have to interact with people at some point.
Gotta flex the old charisma muscles.
Mm-hmm. So that has you wandering into this town, whose name I know I wrote down somewhere, but I cannot find it. Unless maybe I put it in my Google Docs. Let's see, and Ray was playing Scarab, so we don't have Scarab. All right. So Sib has got Phantom, who is also an investigator. Well, the investigation thing's really being convenient now.
Yeah, we kind of rolled a lot of them.
Oh, yes, I'm missing that showcase.
I got what, sorry?
All right. Phantom, you have also been investigating this string of thefts. You go out there regularly, you're trying to do some good, but you're trying to avoid getting any attention from the big boys. The Sovereigns don't allow just, random superhumans to run around and do their thing. You either register with them and, are basically assigned a position in an existing team if you want. Or, once you're registered, allowed to just patrol your hometown. With the knowledge you can be called up if something, some national disaster happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like a kaiju comes out of the EZ. Yeah, pretty much everybody gets called in for that. So needless to say, none of you are registered.
Yep.
So you two, you have tracked the thefts, you followed their path. You have also come to the conclusion that they probably avoid Kansas City. There's the team stationed in Kansas City is known as the Storm Chasers. Probably because they're led by Captain Thunder. Who is a relatively new hero, but he has the name of an older World War II hero. It's theorized he's a relation. Nobody really knows. So how do you want to stake out this facility?
Well, since he is military, he has probably some recon training. So probably he would, be away from the facility, but he would be still keeping an eye on it. Not rooftop base like that other two.
But probably an
Probably.
alleyway or
Alleyway, probably watching. He probably knows like access routes and such. Like he probably would have came by this, as civilian, relatively, would see where entry points would be.
Mhm.
And so he would probably find a place in an alleyway or something nearby, close enough. I mean, if needed, he could become, if he can phase through things to move from place to place, but he probably camped himself at an alley somewhere to watch the major entry points in
Okay.
this facility.
Give me an awareness roll to see if you notice Detective Top.
How do I do that? Do I just do awareness and the dice roll, or do I have to tell the machine to roll it?
Click the little dice button next to your awareness, and that will trigger it to roll.
Just barely.
Ooh, very good. But not quite the, 11 that...
Yeah,
V rolled a max as well, so that was never going to happen.
Oh no, you got a +5, yeah.
Yeah.
That was going to be a hard one to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rolled
Good job,
pretty darn
Phil.
close, though.
Nobody will find you. But I hope you don't die in there.
I'm gonna be in the garbage can. It's fine.
Okay, Oscar.
You'll be fine till garbage day rolls around.
Then we're really never gonna find him.
Well, once they ship his body off, he'll never find him. Where did I leave that thing?
He hid so well he could not find his own body.
His stealth is great, not his awareness.
Yep.
He can never outroll himself. Alright. Around 2 o'clock, you hear... Up above you, you hear a... Sounds like a jet engine. V, give me a awareness roll. Or an awareness.
Hit
I got a
mate.
thing for 8s.
It's the exact same roll.
Alright, and the difficulty on this is not high at all. Alright, now the way successes work in this game. Outcomes. You have degrees of success or degrees of failure. A 0 is a marginal success. The effort barely succeeds and may fail, which is, not a helpful description at all. Basically, in combat, it means you may brush the target, but you're not going to do any damage. In other instances, I might give you some very slight information. If you beat the difficulty by 1 or 2, it's a moderate success. Fail by 1 or 2, moderate failure. If you beat it by 3 or 4, it's a major, and by 5 or more is a massive. And a lot of powers do different things depending on how much you beat the roll by. Punching somebody with a moderate or major, you may knock them back, you may knock them down. If your attack is, say, claws or a sword or something, you may get a killing effect on them, which is something they have to roll against, or X effect happens. With the killing, they immediately drop and have to start doing checks not to die. Same thing with shooting. With blasting or like a punch, something blunt, it's usually just knockback. Anyway, I say that because with a 3, you beat it by 5, which is a massive success. So you look up, and with currently having the eyes of the hawk, you see a small... It's not quite a jet. It's a little fat. The wings are a little stumpy. You don't know a lot about aerodynamics, but something's odd about this thing.
It's like a bee.
But anyway, it comes in and starts to land. Well, Well, it's coming towards the facility. You've seen it from far enough off; it isn't actually landing yet.
Okay.
The rest of you can hear it and can tell it's coming from up and kind of generally that direction. V is the only one that can actually see it.
Okay. And it's looking to land near or farther away from the building?
It's angling down. You think it's probably going to land pretty close to the research facility.
Pretty close. Okay. I'll quickly point it out to my brother, even though he might not be able to see it just yet. And I guess our next step would be moving forward, just in case we're needed to be closer.
Well, considering the fact that we've missed every single shipment that's gone out thus far, I'd rather like to make sure this one doesn't go anywhere.
Moving forward, we are.
V, you also notice that it's flying dark. Where planes can have little warning lights and stuff, yeah, this ain't got nothing on.
Oh, this one's... Okay.
You don't
Yep.
see... You should... With your eyes, you should be able to see into the cockpit window, but it's either tinted or they've got the lights turned off in there.
Wow.
It's great.
What kind of
Those
Secret Service
tinted
Bumblebee
windows
plane?
are illegal. No, I'm kidding.
That's what they end up getting arrested for. Is the cops come by and check the tint on their window? No.
Too dark. Give us the keys.
It's like Al Capone all over again.
Yeah, we can't get you for the whiskey and the other crimes, but we can get you for tax evasion.
There you go.
Well, the whiskey and the tax evasion are about equal. It's all the murder they couldn't get him for that they had to get him for tax.
Or in that little book.
Look, man. If there's nobody left to tell the story, you can get away with a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can rat on us when there's nobody left to rat. Okay.
Oof, out the edge.
Oof. Time to move forward. Off this
Yes.
building. And towards, probably behind the building, if there's any sort of... Are there surrounding buildings around this building? I know it's on a dock, and sometimes there are buildings around buildings, but is there?
It owns most of the surrounding area on its side of the road. The side of the road you're on, there are several buildings yet.
Okay. Where the building is, where this plane is probably going to land, or this jet is probably going to land, is there any other buildings around it?
No, it's basically landing in just a grassy area, or looking at it, you figure the most likely place for it to land is this grassy area close to the docks.
Okay.
To the loading dock.
Okay. At least off the building, I think, would be best thing. And getting ready for any action that is going to occur.
Yeah.
Okay. So you trying to get on the research lab's property at this point?
Yep.
Are you trying to be stealthy so the guards don't see you, or at this point do you not care?
Well, we've been staking this place out for a couple nights, right?
Hmm.
We should know guard rotations and where the security cameras are well enough to avoid them. So probably still trying to avoid them because...
Okay. Give me a coordination
harm
rolls.
those that don't need to be harmed.
All right, so give me coordination rolls, plus if you have the stealth especially, plus that.
Which we don't.
My coordination's really low. Oh.
That's still pretty good. Oh, not that good.
Ooh, yikes.
All right.
Although
Maddie,
I
they did
gotta
not
ask,
spot you.
because of one of our qualities, which is hashtag twinning, we are better together than we are apart. Would that be enough to give V's roll a bonus to at least bring it to meet the difficulty?
If I tap a determination point.
If you want to spend a determination point to do this, yeah, you can do that. You can tap that.
But we'll figure out how they work, V.
Hey, it's the first night, we might as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now,
You got 'em.
generally speaking, you have to declare this before.
Oh, okay.
But as this is the first night, I'm gonna be a little lenient on that.
Cool.
Okay.
So you do have to declare it before. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good to know.
So that can go up by 2 then. So it's at 9.
So that makes it a 9.
Cool.
All right. So you slip it in unseen by any of the security guards. Everybody else, give me awareness rolls.
Ooh. Oh.
All right.
Looks like I'm too busy hiding in my garbage can.
Well, you were searching the facility, weren't you?
I was trying to find a place to hide so I could use astral projection.
Oh yeah. You got to one of the boxes, or you managed to find an old shipping container that they've opened to remove whatever it is. But they haven't moved the container off the dock yet.
So he's just a body in a container, just
Yeah.
looking unconscious.
He's sleepy.
Having a
One
good dream.
sleepy boy.
In my other game, my player that's got astral projection has used dumpsters fairly often.
God.
Then they do a critical fail, and then the dumpster people come by. Yep, it's time for nighttime trash pickup.
He also does duplication, so it's not uncommon for 3 of his duplicates to be talking to the cops, and 2 of them just suddenly drop if something comes up. So they shoot off to see what's going on.
God.
They'll be all right.
Sounds like I need to carry a can of Axe on me so I don't smell like garbage.
No, he didn't just smell like garbage sprayed with Axe.
You actually
It's not
use
a shower in a
dumpster,
can.
you come out with a banana peel on your shoulder. It's great.
All right, so Ozzy, however, does spot you crossing the road.
Oh.
Ozzy, you see 2 costumed individuals
Oh.
walking across the street.
Oh.
And you've seen enough TV. You know what superheroes and supervillains are.
Oh.
You don't particularly recognize these folk, but they're
Do I
clearly
see them
sneaking up
going?
to that-
I see them going into the building with the guard rotation and everything going on.
Yes, you've just walked on the scene, so
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know what's going on besides I see them walking past what look to be armed guards.
yeah, basically,
Okay.
You see a guard walk by, then you see them kind of run behind you,
Oh, they're behind me.
behind the guard. You saw.
Okay, sorry, I misheard.
You're down the street,
Ah.
kind of looking forward at this as this all happens.
Turn and see them. They're probably already crossing the way by the time they get into eye shot. Whatever they're doing looks like fun. They'll walk that way.
Are you going to try to avoid the guard seeing you?
I am not. You just see this big golem going.
I like my theme song a lot better. Bum, 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 bum.
It's got a little
Yeah,
pep-
pretty much.
As you approach, you see one of the guards look up at you. He kind of does a step back. Both hands drop to his belt. One comes up with a sidearm. And one just has his radio.
Okay. I would. Let's see.
He basically called it. He's like he's calling it in.
Yeah.
Got some kind of big robot or something coming this way.
Well, I was gonna say, as he's calling it in, can I use my power of electricity control, like short the radio?
Sure, give me a coordination roll.
Sure. That's not something I'm bad at. No, it's not.
That's a good success.
Now the electricity control.
It's a 3. Is it when I use this power? Is it like obvious I'm using the power?
Let's see. Now, electricity control is one of those powers that you have to pick kind of how it manifests.
Okay.
So if you want to do this as kind of like a nullify on electronic devices, you could do that. It could be an energy blast, electrical blast. 3 isn't very high, but it's still plenty high to take out a radio.
Sure. Can I make it like? I imagine this thing's like batteried, right? Can I just make it like overcharge the batteries to the point where they kind of like pop?
Yes.
Okay. So then the batteries just
Mechanically,
pop
like I
in
said,
there.
mechanically you need to pick what power it manifests as.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah,
could you shock an individual with it? If you can, it would be stun or blast.
Okay. No, it would be. Oh, yeah, I'd be able to stun them.
Okay.
I'd be able to stun
Then
people.
we'll use it as a stun power, and given that it's electricity, it can affect electrical devices as well.
Electrical device. Like almost like an EMP.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Sure.
he quickly realizes his radio is dead, puts it back, and it's... For the moment, he's kind of wavering over whether to engage or run for help.
Austin Dirta will crack his knuckles a little bit and say, "We can do this the easy way or the hard way, guys. Just let me through."
Twins, I need you to give me awareness rolls, because you're probably close enough to hear this.
Ugh.
Just let me through, guys. What's the worst that could happen?
I promise I'm probably not going to kill everybody in the facility. It'll be alright.
Exactly.
I just saw pretty guys walk this way.
I was actually thinking of like, well, they got through, and pointing over there towards me.
Why can't I go? They're going.
Okay. Maddie, what was your character's name again? How did you pronounce it?
Gladio?
Gladio? Gladio, okay. Gladio don't hear nothing.
Too focused on the forward mission.
Tunnel vision.
Focused on the mission.
Tunnel vision.
You're in the zone.
V, you clearly hear the guard try to call it in. The guy go, you hear a slight kind of bzzz, and then a voice, then knuckles popping and a voice going, "All right, guys, you can do this the easy way or the hard way."
Come on, guys, let me in. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh God.
God, I hate that phrase.
What's the worst that can happen? He'll stop in Gladio for a quick second. We're like around a corner, hopefully, or something like around the corner of the
You duck
building.
behind something anyway, yeah.
He's gonna stop Gladio and point back over his shoulder for a second and go and check it out to see this big
See this
Golem
big
like-
idiot.
golem-like boy having a conversation with the guards. We can't interfere. The jet's probably gonna land soon, and we should be more at that area than this area.
Remind me why I give a damn again?
Ooh.
Edgy.
Ugh.
Why am I the hurt? Holy crap! This is gonna be fun.
It's a robot. We don't even know if it's gonna be helping us or not.
Out of curiosity, is my 11 awareness still like hearing that?
Just hear.
Nah, you're pretty focused. You're pretty focused on the guard.
That's fair enough. Just want to hear.
We're
hear
also not
this
talking
edgelord
like
talking.
super loud. Like this
Yeah.
is
That's
whispered back
No,
and forth between us.
I know. I just want to see if I heard an edgelord.
Now, Detective Top, while you are still not aware of the twins, yeah, you don't even have to roll to see the
8-foot golem and like these security guards.
yeah, that's pretty obvious for anybody looking in the general direction.
Alright, guys.
Phantom, when you get your body hidden and start projecting, where's your astral form going? Where are you looking around?
Are you talking to me? Because I don't have astral protection. That's top.
Oh, that's right. I'll get it figured out eventually. You're the one that's phasing.
Yep, I phase.
So you're the one hiding in the alleyway that clearly sees what's going on. Detective
Mhm.
Top, now that you're hiding in the box, where exactly were you planning for your astral projection to roam around?
I was just gonna go inside the building that was there and try to.
Okay. Give me an awareness roll to see if you notice this going on before you disappear into the building.
Pretty sure that's a no. Oh shit.
You rolled bad, but I rolled worse.
I was a little worried there for a second.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. There should have been a bigger plus on that because you're further away. But it was only going to be another +2. Oh, all right, you just still beat it though. Never mind. Just as your face starts to go into the wall, you hear that little conversation go on, and you kind of lean back out and look that way, and you see them.
Come on, guys. There's people sneaking.
I'm just gonna ignore it and be like, Robux got it. And just-
Everyone's like, screw this guy. Everyone's like, screw this guy. Walk off.
I mean, I'm interested by the robot, but I'm not. There's guards.
Now, your astral form, you can choose it to be visible to people and to speak to people, or it can be invisible.
Oh shit! It can be invisible.
Right. Now, even when you decide it's invisible, other people with mental powers may be able to perceive it.
Alright, so I'm hoping the guards are freaking dipshits then.
No, they're all psychics. It's the Psy-Corps.
Oh, beautiful.
They fallen on a hard time since Babylon 5 ended, so now they're doing security work.
Now they're Rent-A-Pigs.
Ooh. I mean, I feel like invisible would be better, but also really crappy if I want to be with my teammates and just be safe. But
Well, you can turn that on and off. That's not, you have to pick, and it's stuck one way.
Oh, I know. Okay, I can. Yeah, definitely invisible. I might as well go. I'm just gonna go look at the robot.
All right, and the robot has no mental power, so you should be good there.
No,
Or super senses that would let him see anything like that.
just above average awareness roll.
Okay, Phantom.
Yep.
You see some of this going on. What are you going to do?
Well, currently, waiting to see if this is one of our robbers. I mean, it's kind of weird it's a one-man crew, but he's definitely watching right now. He's not going to intercede for this robot that just suddenly came in. It was just because it's like just one man, one robot. We'll see what happens first. I mean, if the robot actually starts pounding on the guy, then he's going to intercede. Right
Because
now,
clearly, if a 9-foot robot starts to beat on a man, you got time to run across the street to save him.
That's true. You're not wrong.
So while you're while you're walking towards the guard, he eventually decides between his attacking or running, and
Okay.
takes off and trucks it for the
Okay.
building.
Okay. As he takes off, I'm going to just walk forward. They can try to do what they're gonna do. I'm just gonna walk forward and I'm banking on my obscene mass, just kind of like not being able to be inhibited so much by puny humans.
You're basically looking at yourself as the immovable or the unstoppable force at this point.
Correct.
Yeah, although you don't actually have any damage resistance.
No,
But you have a
I'll still
decent
take a beating.
stamina. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you got decent stamina, though.
See,
I have a pretty good
he
stamina.
can handle it. Let's go.
Wait, can the twins see me now that like I walked back in my astral form that's invisible?
We're not looking for you. We're headed back for the thing that's supposed to be landing.
What are the twins' abilities?
But I'm
Oh,
pretty sure, like,
Oh, we don't have any sort of psychic type of thing.
mm-mm.
Not as far as
Okay.
I know.
The only psychic is too far away. Because I
Ray
have
might have
telepathy.
psychics, but he's not here, so
Well, my character also has psychic, but he's not
yeah.
in range.
Yeah. While that's going on, the noise of the jet is getting louder. More of you are able to spot it as it comes in and lands vertically. Kind of at the edge of the pavement in this grassy area.
Then let's go.
Oh, I also wanted
There's
to
a
say
back
if one
door
of them
to
started to. I'm sorry. To say if
No,
I
go
was gonna
ahead.
say if one of them wanted to was gonna start swinging at me, I would defend myself. Is how I was gonna put that.
So there's a back ramp that lowers on this plane, as well as a side door that opens, and several individuals shoot out. Let's see. They seem to have spotted the robot. They're too far away, really, for you to hear what they're saying. Because while the plane's engines are idling down, they're still making a fair amount of noise. But you see somebody kind of pointing at the robot. Another one just kind of shrugs and points at the doors to the dock.
They're pointing at the robot. Do I see them point at me? Or are they too far out?
Roll me an awareness.
Sure. Okay. Oh, okay. Just
No, you're
under.
pretty focused on the guards, and they're off to
Okay.
the side. So
I was gonna say if I saw them pointing at me, I would have pointed at myself like me. All right. Kind of part the Red Sea here as I walk by, and if one of them clubs at me, I'm gonna club back at them. They're not gonna like it.
one of the guards had walked the twins that snuck behind. He sees this. He's trying to radio while he pulls his gun. One of the people that had that one had come out of the side of the plane. You see it. The twins can see this clearly, and it's some distance for Phantom, but he can probably make this out. She kind of leans forward, and then she's just a streak. And the next thing you know, the guard is flipping in the air as this, when she stops, you can tell it's a woman, has basically run by and clotheslined him at super speed.
Close like me.
No, one of the guards. Not the guard you're interacting with, one of the other ones.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not seeing things. Right, Clippus? She's really fast. Don't. This explains a lot.
Anyway, the others are hustling towards the loading dock. Two of them are clearly in body armor. One has very bulky hands that, at a distance, it almost looks like he's wearing boxing gloves. I mean, you're pretty sure they're metal, but at a distance, they're kind of bulky and kind of rounded off like that. The other one, it's clearly kind of a armored costume, not Iron Man, but just body armor. Let's see. And there is a small forklift driving down the ramp of the plane.
Thieves that are also supers. This is
Can I like fly close to the plane?
Let's see. Can you fly?
Astral projection allows me to fly.
Oh yeah. That's right, because you didn't make it inside the building. Yeah, you can zip up to that. Zip up to the plane, no problem.
Cool. I'm gonna go look around and see what's up.
Give me an intelligence check as you pass by some of these people, see if you recognize any of them.
Oh goodness,
Ooh.
Yipes.
I am not a smart boy.
Everyone looks
You
the
don't
same.
have a clue who any of these people are.
It's same face
Not a
McGee.
clue.
That's a lady. That's a man. He's got big hands. You know, the regular.
Good at detective work. Not smart.
Make sure to write all this down so you remember it later.
But yeah, you zip out to the. And in addition to the people I've described, the person driving the forklift is in. He's got one of those. He's wearing one of those typical masks that it's full covering. His eyes are. His eyes are showing, and this part of his mouth. It's a little tighter than a ski mask, but.
So kind of like Sportsmaster.
Oh God.
I thought Sportsmaster wore like a hockey mask.
So, yeah, he wore a hockey mask. The anime. Maybe he wore something different.
But it looks like the very generic beginning of a Super's costume.
Okay.
It has no designs on it, no piping, nothing. It's just a black suit.
At a distance, it could be like a balaclava or something.
Just about. Like I said, when you zip closer, you see, it's tight fitting and stuff like most Super's outfits are. Imagine Batman's mask without the ears. That's about what he's wearing.
Okay.
With a plain black bodysuit. As you get into the plane, you see several people in plain clothes in there. And so, they're gathering up some equipment like they're about to follow the forklift out. They're all armed, but it looks like it's all pistols. One guy's got a shotgun.
Ooh.
Now, what are our heroes going to do?
So Aussie sees this. Aussie sees all this at this point, yeah.
Give me one more word.
Or might still be. Sure. I'm in the 8 club, y'all.
Welcome. We're happy to have you.
There's a membership fee, but you do get a T-shirt.
Awesome.
All right. Yes. At this point, you're spotting all this.
Okay,
the noise
so-
was enough to make you turn your head and look.
Oh. Ooh.
Uh,
Get used to that.
I love it.
you see a guard laying on the ground. You see a woman standing over him. Her ears are kind of weird.
Your ears are kind of weird.
Yeah, they're kind of pointed, not like straight up like Spock, but they're kind of points that go back. It's like the
Hey,
entire
I was
ear
gonna
is rotated
fight that
slightly
guy.
and pointy.
I
Yeah,
turn to
you
her and
say
say, "Hey, I actually do say that."
Sorry, love. First come, first serve.
Oh.
And she points at the guy that's running away from you. You can have that one.
Like, there's no sports in it anymore. I needed 3 of them.
She just kind of gives you a.
You take them. I don't care. I walk the other way.
There you go.
He's not so much a superhero as he is a super individual.
Mm-hmm. He has no idea what's going on. He's just walking.
The twins hear this conversation. Well, actually, all of you probably hear this conversation because they're shouting back and forth at each other.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also,
you know,
dirt that has no
Speedy
indoor
Lady
voice.
looks kind of, Speedy Lady looks kind of puzzled by the exchange, but he's walking off now, so he's not in her way. She turns around and goes and catches up with her buddies.
I'm gonna go towards where like the forklift is.
Okay, so you're kind of walking over where all the villains are kind of grouping up.
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah,
anything
well,
that's
she runs over-
easily scalable near where the villains are grouping up?
There's some old packing, containers and stuff. They have not moved. As far as something actually tall, only some light posts, which it would not be easily scaled. But, you could do it.
This doesn't necessarily have to be tall. I just need to get some lift. Would it support his 210-pound weight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, big shipping containers tend to be sturdy.
Okay. Oh, it's a big ship. Okay, yeah, then yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
I'm sorry.
And
I'm thinking of that.
definitely-
The
okay,
I'm
trailer
yeah.
thinking
truck
the
type.
Sorry,
lamppost, and I'm like, that shit
I
gonna
was
bend.
like thinking, well, not for a no lamppost. Are you kidding me?
No, lampposts are strong, but I mean, this is a dock.
Yeah, but no, I was like when he said like boxes and stuff, I was thinking like actual like boxes
Cardboard
that
boxes?
cardboard boxes are like crates, not like
Now,
a
some of them. Now,
big-ass
there are
tin
some
can.
crates. There are
It's
some
less a
crates
dock and more
Todd is
UPS.
hiding in.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna climb my way up on top of one of the sea cans.
Okay, give me a coordination.
Ooh.
And that's just gonna be a straight difficulty of 5. I don't have to roll for that one. So yeah, you get up there, no problem.
Cool. At which point,
Strike a pose.
no, I'm not so full of myself as to do that.
Do the superhero jump.
However, he is going to kind of crouch at the edge of this thing, hold on to it for a moment while he positions his feet, because he's going to use it basically as a diving board, because he's crashing right into the center of them with his aura going. And he's basically just going to combat roll right into all of them.
All right, now your aura does not extend very far.
Nope. That's why he's combat rolling into them. He's not throwing them. He is projectiling himself into them.
Okay.
I've got my own fastball special.
All right. Let me.
If I used my
Right.
alteration ray on him to make him invisible, would we still have to do the there's a check. It's something against something. I think it's coordination versus coordination.
Let's see. Now, what is it that you decide your alteration ray would do?
Oh, I have to choose one right away. Oh, I'll go with invisibility. Like it can grant invisibility. Because alteration ray, someone else alteration power on someone else to extend range, and then just choose one density. Choose one of density, growth, invisibility, phasing, shrinking, or transformation.
Okay, so you're going to go with invisibility?
Yep.
All right.
I'll write that down.
And
I didn't realize right away that I had to. Actually, I didn't read it right at first.
No problem. Let's see. Invisibility. Not helpful if I remember they're in alphabetical order.
Everything else says so. I'm assuming it would be too.
All right. Something might detect you. Use your invisibility level for the test to avoid notice. As long as your location remains unknown, opponents cannot target you with direct attacks. Indirect attacks like bursts affect you normally. Even if your location is given away, attacks against you have a +2 difficulty. And if your brother is willing, if your brother's not resisting, you don't really have to make a roll unless there's a fair amount of distance between you or obstacles getting in the way.
He wouldn't be very far.
You know, if you just kind of go bloop while he's climbing, yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Perfect.
So Gladio is indivisible. All right, so you leap at him.
Oh yeah.
As you spring towards him, the guy with the bulky hands suddenly jerks up, incoming!
Interesting.
Yeah. So he's going to have a +2 to get out of your way, basically.
Okay. What do you need from me?
Make a prowess roll with any special you have that helps you in, in close combat.
Would you count this as aerial combat in technicality?
Aerial combat
Or is
improves
this
your
actually
defense
in
in the air.
defense? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
your defensive rolls.
Wasn't sure. I have no idea how it works. All I know is I have no aerial. I have no aerial abilities to go with it.
That's why most of the time people just pick their specialties.
Yeah, well, we were rolling it. That's just
Yes.
how it has to go.
It's fun. Come on.
Well, I'm not complaining.
No, either.
It's poor Maddie that only had the one specialty and got one she can't use. Yeah.
Would my offensive aura count towards this? Yay or nay?
Let's
He is
see.
invisible, right? As well, still?
Only
Yes.
one person saw me coming, and all he said was incoming, but didn't say which direction I was coming from.
Didn't really have time. You were already leaping. But
Yeah.
all right. The way this will stack, basically, you'll be using your strength for damage. Since your aura damage is lower than your strength, it'll give a +1 to your strength. So you'll be doing 7 damage to whoever you hit instead of 6.
Okay. Okay, well, I have rolled a 6 because apparently I don't do well under pressure like an idiot. So.
Alright, so it's coordination. Coordination +2 for the guy that saw you coming.
Ooh, fancy.
The sad part is he rolled a 1 on that. And he still rolled a 9. That hurts.
Coordination's kind of his thing. I mean, it's not his highest stat, but it's pretty good. Alright, and the other two that were kind of clumped up there were... I have so many character sheets open right now. Alright, he's on the forklift.
I have another question after.
Yes, what's that?
I know astral projection can't affect the material plane.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean if I spin, I can't create wind or anything like that?
No, your astral form spinning will not create wind.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Be right back.
Okay.
While we're figuring this out.
Oh, yes, that is what he's got.
Legitimately, the only thing I can do to help her now is get big and spin, and maybe they get scared.
It's better than nothing. It's also better than whatever the hell I'm doing right now.
Wait, can I use my other abilities as a astral projecting? Because if not, I'm just going.
All right, the other guy in kind of the armored suit or kind of padded armor outfit gets out of the way. Basically, as soon as he hears incoming, he just goes into a dive roll, forward. And then the speedy lady had just caught up with him. Well, let's pick a top. Nope, that's Scrapper. Nope, that's V. There we are. All right. And she's just got her base coordination.
Ooh.
The one person I hit is the one person that in every other action movie would be able to avoid me entirely.
Yep. All right, so
These are not super reflexes.
that is a moderate success. So straight damage, nothing, no knockback or killing or nothing
Yeah.
like that.
Boop.
All right.
All right. And you do. We said it was going to be 7, right? Because you've got a 6 strength plus the aura. Okay.
I have, prowess. Oh, no, right. I have a 6 strength plus my aura, which is a 5. Level 5.
So that gives you a +1 to the damage, basically. So 7. You caught her pretty good. She goes stumbling back. You don't literally see stars floating around her head, but she kind of stumbles back and kind of shakes.
Aussie, here's a commotion.
Yes, Aussie would definitely realize something.
He's running now. He's like, oh, something's going on. Boom, boom, boom,
All right. At this point, you basically had a surprise round, for this stealthy attack. Now I need everybody to roll initiative. Let me bring up which we do with the coordination roll.
I was gonna say, there's one of those in there.
It's coordination. If you have the military specialty, that gives you a +1. Oh.
They're pretty good initiatives.
Yep.
Wait for someone to roll a 20.
Not possible. When we're only rolling d6s, you'd have to have a pretty hefty modifier for that.
I need to put a picture.
Just a second. I'm adding all the turns. All the turns. Luckily, I don't have to worry about what the screen looks like. All right, is that everybody, or have I not put? Phantom. I haven't put Phantom on there yet. Okay, that should be everybody then.
There I am. Cool.
So is that? Where the initiative start at? Or is that the? Or that'd be the 7 Aussie roll.
I rolled a 7.
All right, there's a 7 for Aussie.
Yeah.
There's a 4 for V.
Got it.
Okay, you got that one. Maddie got a 10. He's got that. Seb is Phantom.
Nope, top.
Top. I'll get it right eventually.
You get it
One
right
of these
because
days.
we're ending the campaign.
Or I'll make them switch characters, one or the other.
DM powers.
Body swap.
Hey, first rule of Hackmaster, the DM is always right.
Hacker man.
But I like my actual projection.
You have to roll for all the baddies.
Do they have one big turn or do they have little turns?
Oh, they each have their individual turn.
Gotcha.
The mess is this. Coordination. Ooh, he did well.
Wrong button.
Underselling it.
Well, it's the max he could possibly roll, so that helped. Scrapper. Oh yeah, he's the one I have not inputted all of his stuff on the sheet yet. Oopsie. Alright, his coordination is that. And he does not have... So Scrapper got a 10. Starcross got an 8. And where is nobody?
Yeah, this will be a nice temporary.
And nobody's got a 5. I just have this. Well, he didn't actually roll all that good. But I noticed I'm getting several of my good rolls out of the way, apparently.
I mean, as long
Alright.
as they're not focused on me, sure.
Mm-hmm.
being
Alright, so top of the order is 10 count. Now that everybody can see him, any of you that have not already made the check, make an intelligence check to see if you recognize any of these guys.
Hold on.
Hope this will go good. Not bad. 5.
If I can find my dang sheet. I had to reload. Okay. Was intelligence?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, yes, with the difficulty.
That's the highest I can
D6
go.
plus 3. Alright,
I got
D6.
nothing. Everybody but me.
You don't recognize anybody.
Free for all. Douche, 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 douche.
I mean, I rolled worse than everyone.
Alright.
Didn't I get-
Maddie might recognize some of these people. Where's V's roll? V got a 9?
Hell yeah.
Alright. Then yes, you recognize several of these. It's a you, Maddie. One of our detective types. I forget which one.
Hi.
Phantom.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, but I was afraid to say it.
That's
Just say it, and then we'll correct you if needed.
both of them are detective now. That's one will answer.
Maddie recognizes the guy in the padded armor, the one that sprang forward as soon as he was told there was something incoming. As Scrapper, he is a martial artist, kind of thug for hire, or minion for hire if you prefer. What do you know about him? He used to do like illegal street fights. While he does things for money, he is more likely to take a job if he thinks it might be challenging. He claims that he uses his chi. But as far as you know, he's just a extremely well-trained martial artist. But just a martial artist. The other brother, though, also recognizes the speedy lady as star-crossed. Supposedly she's an alien. And, she's got the pointed ears. Her skin tone isn't exactly something normal, in the normal human spectrum. It's got kind of a bluish tinge to it. Here at night is not all that noticeable. She just looks darker complected. The guy driving the forklift, none of y'all recognizing him. Oh yeah, and the guy with the bulky hands is named 10 Count. Basically, he's got a suit that lets him hit hard. While he doesn't have any super speed, he seems to attack pretty quickly.
It was 10 what?
10 Count.
10. Okay.
And you have seen him display what might be a danger sense or something? Or you have heard of him displaying this? You know, very few villains sit down to actually tell people exactly what they do and how they do it.
Unless we get a
Talk about
monologue.
Unless you get
Gotta get them to monologue.
And that, even then, it's usually more about their plans and what they're going to do. Yeah.
Which
No.
may or may not
Tell us
have to do
about
with their powers.
you.
Right, right.
No. We want to more know about you. Fuck the plan.
Tell us
People are
about
always
yourself.
asking who
Open up
is
to
Dr.
us.
X, but nobody ever asks how is Dr. X.
Nobody ever asks, what is Dr. X?
Well, we are right now.
Not actually a doctor. Surprise. He's really just a nurse.
Ah!
Oh no!
Nurse practitioner. Oh.
The greatest con of all. Not actually a nurse. He's merely a student.
I dropped out of med school.
I mean, isn't that how most supervillains came? They were in some sort of schooling, med school or something.
There was some book about a supervillain that he winds up with his ninja chick as his like head henchwoman. Finds her abandoned on an island with her limbs cut off or something, gives her robotic limbs. She's pretty loyal after that. But she keeps questioning him about, why he puts doctor in front of his name if he's actually a doctor. Well, his arch enemy is this dark detective. That when the henchwoman meets the detective, she starts quizzing him on whether or not he's actually a detective. And that's the trick. Neither one of them are actually what they claim to be. The doctor dropped out of college. Super intelligent, has all this training, but dropped out of college before he got a degree. And, the guy calling himself a detective, he's the typical rich billionaire. Well trained, but he has no, license to do any of it.
As you know,
Guy winds up ruling Rhode Island by the end of the book.
Wow, spoilers.
No, let him keep Rhode Island.
You don't know what book it was. And that happens at the end, just kind of all of a sudden, so,
Oh yeah, everyone takes Rhode Island at the end of their books.
Oh, no, well, he didn't so much take it as it was given to him, but anyway.
Sure.
We digress.
Yes, that it was quite a digression. All right, so I think Gladio is right there close to 10 count. Who seems to have absolutely no trouble squaring up with you. Like he knows exactly where you're at. This close, you can see that he is not actually wearing boxing gloves, but the gloves are very bulky. And when he closes them into a fist, they do kind of have a slight bulbous look to them. And he gonna try to punch you in your face.
Well, he's certainly going to try.
Middle of the old
Yikes.
razzle-dazzle.
I am invisible. Still.
That does not help you with him.
Okay.
He got a wide swing.
I have a feeling I'm just gonna take one right to the chin here.
Yeah, you roll your prowess, you might make it.
Roll my prowess.
Yes, prowess is for close combat.
Ooh, you made it.
Very good. So he gets the marginal success. Basically, you feel those big metal knuckles brush your chin as you yank your head back. But it's not enough to do any damage.
It's like a gentle caress of the chin. That's all.
Ah, there.
Oh, that reminds me of one of my sad campaigns.
It's just a warning shot.
That reminds me of a Yaoi I read. Anyway.
Excuse me.
And then he
Well
takes
done.
his second attack. Cause he gets 2.
Of course he does. He's got yes.
Oh!
Wow!
Another gentle caress.
It's like, whoop, whoop. Like
These
we have
dice are wiling out.
we got what's his name, Ali or whatever is where he's going.
You look hot. Let me fan you.
Badara is a little cookie, a little cook, and yeah,
But,
it's just cool you down.
Duck and weave, baby, duck and weave. To be fair, this is exactly what Gladio is designed to do, which is close combat.
Mhm. It is also what a 10 count's not perfectly designed for it. I did him up kind of random too, so actually all of these guys are. Next up, Phantom.
Oh,
All right,
sorry.
Phantom. Yeah, you have
Sorry.
seen the incident start hitting the fan.
Well, I'm going to, as a tactician, best to break off their escape ability. So he's going to phase through the buildings and try and get around to get to the plane, if possible.
Okay.
So the way his phasing works is he kind of looks transparent as he goes through. So he wouldn't be invisible or anything, but he become transparent as he goes through these buildings.
Or kind of translucent.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. All right. Well, from where you're hidden across the street, and in an alleyway, it's going to take you a couple of actions to get to the plane.
Yeah. But he figured with the distraction going on, it's probably the best time to do it.
Now, off the top of my head, I don't remember. Do you have a movement power or anything that would speed you up?
Sadly, no.
Okay.
So he's going to have to hot foot it.
Okay. Like I said, a couple of rounds and you'll be there.
All right, that's my round.
Gladio.
Well, we're gonna.
You've been rubbed in the chin twice.
Yeah, but we're gonna condense the spines onto my hands.
Okay.
'Cause that's how he works.
Oh, I thought you were making crab hands there for a minute.
No, it's going. They go around his hands, so basically the spines kind of just shift down to his hands when he's going to attack, and he's not trying to just hedgehog his way into people.
He played a lot of Sonic as a kid.
He did. He did. Sonic the Hedgehog was his favorite game growing up. It's canon. Accepted. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to attack with my fists, spines. How do I do this? What do I do?
It is your prowess,
Okay.
and that is it because you have no specialties to help you.
Although I'm making a strike.
That does the damage.
That does the damage. Okay, so this is
Yeah.
to hit.
Yeah, the prowess is to
Okay.
hit.
Gotcha. Oh god.
Used
Sorry.
up those
Oh,
spells.
no.
The first one is going to be at, you said 10 punch? Is that what? No.
10 count.
10 count.
10 count. 10 count because he's in front of me, and then is Speedy Gonzalez still close?
Close enough that you can take a step and take a shot at her.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, first one is going at 10 count, and then I will take that step, and the second shot goes at her.
Okay.
So.
It's like, come at me, bro.
Also, Daniel, you are seeing the hand movements that I do while playing Shigar for the first time ever. I do. Like, I absolutely, I talk with my hands.
Hey, fair
If
enough.
only I had a webcam.
Now, do you have what is giving you 2 attacks?
Well, I mean, I have 2 hands. That's why I'm not sure how combat works. I'm asking, because I don't know.
Okay. No,
I have
attack is
2
an action.
hands, that's why I was...
Unless you have a power that grants you a second attack, like 10 count does, you only get the 1.
Gotcha. Alright, well, we're gonna have to just make this one count then, I guess.
Okay.
Ooh.
So which of your targets are you going to focus on then?
Her. Because I've already
Okay.
hit her once.
You're going to try to put her down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You already made the roll. So
Unless you let me re-roll it.
no, there's nothing there that would have affected the roll. So she dodges out of the way
Besides
quite
the
easily.
One?
You're rolling.
I mean, that's fair.
You're rolling a single d6. Lots of 1s show up. Lots of 6s show up.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. You're like, nothing would have affected the roll. There's a 1 there.
Well, that
Will
is the
only
roll. That's
go
not
up.
affected by the roll.
That roll
Alright.
can only go up.
I admit she did roll pretty well. She got a 6 on her roll.
Yeah.
All right, and then it is Scrapper's turn. Really? You gonna fight us invisible? It's not very sportsmanlike at all.
I don't care.
All right. Where is his prowess?
Wait, is he going for me again?
And his martial
Oh.
arts.
God.
No, they're all going to try and go for you.
I think you're the only one really, that's really close.
Oh, I am.
And considering no one can see me right now,
Technically, no one
This ain't
can
a
see me
spectator
either.
sport, Detective Top. Come on.
Hey, I'm doing my job.
I'm still waiting for my initiative to do anything.
Listen, I'm going last, I'm pretty sure, with this baby 4, so...
Yep.
I'm...
Clean up batter.
I'm right before you.
Or cleric or whatever, you know.
I'll just come in and thunderwave everybody, it's fine.
Pinch hitter, it'll be
Exactly.
fine.
Thunderwave, destructive wave, whatever feels better.
Okay, Maddie, you need to make a prowess roll to dodge.
Okay.
Jesus.
Beat down. Oh,
That's a
if you
lot
hit
of...
another 10, I would have laughed.
If I had hit another 10, I'd have been very impressed with myself.
Well, you know, you have a +2 for the invisibility.
So I technically
You hit another
I hit
10.
10.
So
I
it
hit
comes down
another
to
10.
a 10. Again, he brushes you.
Caress of the cheek.
To anybody watching this from the outside that can see invisible, it looks like this costume man with spines is just standing there being caressed by these other guys around him.
There's the psychic across the road watching this, like,
God.
what is happening?
I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh, all he knows
But
is
I
he's
think
taking
I like
advantage.
Can
Well, he's taking advantage of it.
Can I check to see if I did this correctly? I think I just set up the roll properly, but I want to double check if that's cool.
Okay. Go ahead and give it a roll and see how it looks. So that's a d6 plus the 5, which I assume is your prowess.
Plus 2 for the invisibility bonus.
Yep, that's exactly how it goes.
Yeah! Okay, I'm good. I'm just gonna keep setting these up.
That's one of the fun things with the icon sheet is, you know, you can do all these weirdly
Name
named
it.
rolls.
Hey, invisible dodging is a good roll. I'm gonna come up with a better name for it later.
I mean, I felt the
Inviso dodge.
I'm gonna come up
And-
with a better name for it later.
And
Yeah.
indodgeable.
in Discord. I put exactly what
Indodgeable.
is
I
going
kind
on.
of like that though. Maddie was giving you a look, but I kind of like that one.
Indodgeable. It's fine.
And that's how I
That's how
see
that
it
works.
right now.
The forklift comes to a halt, and the guy in there suddenly kind of disappears, and there's this sort of almost looks like electrical energy, but not. It's not bright like lightning. It's a much smaller kind of sparks that then floats out of the forklift. He doesn't know exactly where our invisible hedgehog is.
The little wiggle in that gif, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's how I see it.
That is exactly what's happening.
The wiggle that fucking kills me.
Oh, one thing he will do though is make him an awareness roll because he got psychic powers.
For those who are just watching, unlike normal, I can't just pull it up on screen like I normally do because of this different format. So I've tossed the GIF into chat for you to check out. This is currently Gladio, as he has yet to be hit well in the center and surrounded by enemies.
We found the tank, y'all.
Pretty much. As long as we keep them invisible.
I don't know. In City of Heroes, I think Spines was a Scrapper power. So Scrapper with super reflexes. All right. What was nobody doing? Oh yes, nobody was making an awareness check. So what I need is for Detective Top to make a stealth roll.
Which is what again?
It would be usually it's coordination. Let me check with astral projection and make sure that it uses the usual stealth stuff and not the astral project or not the some mental attribute instead. Let's see.
I mean, if it's intelligence, I'm screwed. It's willpower, I'm okay.
Oh, never mind. It's not all mental abilities. There's a list of mental abilities that let him see it. And he does not have spirit detection or telepathy. So, never mind. My bad.
So I can detect him if I get in range. That's good to know.
In that case, the body moves forward towards where most of the fighting seems to be. He'll go ahead and make his awareness. He'll go ahead and use that awareness roll versus... What is the rank of the invisibility? It'd be whatever the
Fourth.
alteration
It's
is.
the
Sorry,
alteration.
I was like looking on the
Okay.
thing, and I'm like, it's a 4.
Maddie, if you'll give me a d6 plus 4 roll. He's trying to figure out where you're at based on,
Can I just roll
where his
coordination then?
companions are.
Because my coordination's a 4.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whew.
Yikes.
Okay, so he figures out where you're at well enough to make an attack. You'll have +2 to resist it, but he can make his attack.
I have a quick question for the astral projection thing.
Mhm.
If someone was to like actually be able to see me, which one would I roll?
Let me flip back over to astral projection and see.
Sorry.
No, that's not a problem. First session is going to be a lot of looking up the powers. All right. Your powers work normal in other astral beings.
Your powers work normally.
Does not look like they have to roll anything.
But if they want to use any mental powers, they have to use they have a +2 disadvantage. That's why I have rating +2 difficulty. If they try to like detect.
Yeah. Just like if somebody was astral projecting and tried to use a mental blast on you, they'd have that +2 too. It's like a crossover penalty or something.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, if they have spirit detection or telepathy, they don't have to roll to spot you if you're standing out of the open.
Okay.
If you were still kind of trying to hide behind stuff and all, then it would be a normal stealth versus awareness.
Okay.
Let's see, what power was I looking at before that? Oh, yes.
Excuse me.
I'm going to go with that, or... we'll go with this first. All right, he is firing a mental blast at you.
Oh, joy.
For this, we make a willpower versus willpower roll. Which works just like, coordination versus coordination or prowess versus prowess.
So, quick question. Since we have the +2 difficulty, do we subtract from the person who's doing the ability against the person, or does the person that's rolling to protect get a +2 to their advantage?
Depends on how it's worded. I mean, mathematically, it works out the same.
Yeah, I just was wondering who's going to be the one taken.
Do I get a +2 to resist for this?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't good. You feel someone try to invade your mind, You've been in the business long enough to kind of recognize what this is. It's like a brief kind of searing headache, but it passes quickly enough that you resist it.
Can I tell where it came from? Or is it just like...
It just
pain
hits
and
you.
I have no idea?
Yeah, you don't
Okay,
know.
fair enough.
Next up is the Speedy Lady.
Zoom.
And she basically moves basically like a range increment away. Range is handled in steps of like I think it's personal, close. I forget what they call the next one, then like visual. You know, where personal would be like you and 10 count. I mean, just right up on each other. Close is you could easily step over, you know, walk over and still punch
So
them.
like we were before I stepped forward to try and hit her.
You know, usually it would take a round. It would take her action to move that far, or an entire round. But she's got the super speed, which lets her change a little quicker. So she kind of just scoops back away from you, back towards the vehicle, but still looking in your general direction. And you see her kind of make fists and kind of crunch down. There's a look of concentration on her face. And then it's Ozzy's turn.
Hell yeah. Aussie would like to run like hell. Try to get into. So he's assessed the situation, and he thinks 10 count will bring up the biggest fight, so he's going after that. Going after him. He doesn't know who 10 count is. He just sees this dude with his giant gloves. He's like, I want a piece of that. and he's running that way.
Okay. And you have seen where these people seem to be swinging at thin air. You don't know what's going on with that.
I don't care about that.
He probably thinks they're warming up.
Yeah. They're just warming up and getting ready. I'm like, haha, a worthy fight.
A fight shall be legendary.
Exactly.
The police show up later. Everybody on both sides is unconscious except for Ozzy. Because once the bad guys drop, he just started on the heroes.
Oh God.
It's
Objection.
canon. Get ready.
Objection, please.
Yeah.
All right. Am I able to get into his personal space in this round, or is it going to take my whole round?
It's going to take your whole round to get there. You were already
All
a little
right.
closer than Phantom was to the ship, but yeah, it's going to take your action to get over there.
So without realizing it,
you're at a distance where you could shout back and forth to talk to him. So,
oh, I will do that. You there! Come here! Our fight will be legendary! Giant 8-foot jackass running after a 10 count.
who the hell are you?
Your doom!
All right, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The goddamn heroes falling from the sky? It's El Guapo.
And that's going to be his turn. He's going, as he gets there, he's going to, like, without realizing it, interpose himself between our invisible hero here and 10 count. Without realizing it.
I might make you roll to see if you try to walk through our invisible hero.
That's fair.
Just body check each other. It's fine.
It's fine.
He just runs
Wow,
up
that was a
to
prickly
get in front of him.
piece of air.
No, he just runs up to try and get in front of him and just fucking sends Gladium flying like.
Boom!
Flying
Like
right
a
off
hip-
the dock.
just
I
a-
hope you can swim.
It knocks
a
him
hip
forward.
check.
Finally hear the baseball
Water.
theme. Ba-ba-bum-ba-bum.
Ricochets off 10 count into Scrapper.
Basically, just become a pinball, tuck and roll. It'll be fine.
I was thinking more pool where you wind up in a crate at some point.
Yes.
Hey,
He goes pink.
Didn't
All
see
right.
the 8
hope
ball.
you're not
It's
the
fine.
cue ball.
Detective Top.
All right. When I'm astral projecting, when I go visible, am I actually visible, or is it like you can tell that I'm like not actually?
When you're invisible, you are invisible.
But when I'm like seen, like, is it obvious that I'm not actually there, or is it?
No, it is not. You look solid. Now if you want people to believe it, you got to make sure, like, well, unless you want to patch yourself off as being able to fly. You don't want to make sure your feet were touching the ground, so you would look normal just standing there.
Start
But
clipping.
no, when you become visible, you look perfectly normal.
All right, I'll just pretend that I can fly then, I guess. 'cause-
I don't think video cameras would pick you up, but I'm not sure about that.
oh, okay,
Just
That's
look
actually-
like a slight ripple effect on the screen.
it's actually really.
Yeah, the powers aren't that detailed. This is a fairly loose, rules light system. So
okay.
Lucy.
Then I guess I'll just fly down and like make myself visible before I do so they see someone else there.
All right, they are aware of your presence now.
That's pretty much all I can do besides like mock them.
Never underestimate the essence of a good mocking.
I mean, if we watch
Hey.
Monty Python enough times, we get the French go, your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
Well, if I'm just gonna show up, I feel like no one should expect the Spanish Inquisition. It would be great.
Yes.
Nobody
Oh my
expects the
God.
Spanish Inquisition.
Set
So when you-
to
as you fade into
reveal
visibility-
yourself, it has to be named. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh boy.
As you fade into existence, what does Detective Top look like?
Just some dude in
Oh
like a
God, it's raining hard again.
trench coat and like a mask.
Generic Nor detective with like a domino mask.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Rorschach?
I mean,
He did not have a domino mask.
Rorschach looks way cooler, but I'll just be like this dude who's like in a trench coat and like has a small little mask. He's like, I guess I can do something with this.
All right, so you fade into existence. Are you gonna do anything else? Say
Can
anything?
I-
Take any particular action?
I'm I'm just gonna yell. No one expects a Spanish Inquisition.
Everybody's sitting there like,
Everybody kind of
Alright.
looks over at you like,
who
Hoomst?
who brought this guy? Is he yours?
Alright, you've all got your 6-shooters. I've got a crossbow.
And you come with fluffy pillows.
Is there
and
any-
finally, we're at the bottom of the order. V. What does
Clepeus? Just call him Zeke.
Clepius?
Clepius?
How is it pronounced? Clepeus?
Clepius.
Clepius.
Clepius. All right.
He is well, he's just gonna move into the middle of the fight from where he was standing. He's just like, I should probably be over there.
Okay.
He's gonna go get in the center of it and wait for somebody to trigger his absorption.
All right. So you run up there, and now
Absorption.
you're close enough that you could run up and punch somebody if you wanted to, or do something.
Oh no, I want somebody to hit me first.
It's a personal code. I never start a fight.
I end the fight.
Is there any role that would make them like more distracted or anything like that by me like just showing up, or is that just like,
You could attempt to. I think taunt is actually something you can do in this.
That's what I was trying to do.
Use your willpower for your for like social interactions. It worked like your charisma as well as your wisdom.
okay?
Right now.
So
Good to know.
Escaping, grabbing, maneuvering. Well, I said that. Now I don't see it.
Yeah, it'll work as a picture.
Oh, don't forget, you can attempt to put temporary qualities on people. So things like taunted or distracted. And the way you would do, like, if you wanted to distract somebody, it'd probably be a willpower versus willpower. And if you win, then you put that quality on them. Depending on how well you roll, it may be a quality that can be tapped once for free, twice, or 3 times, depending on how well you roll. Depending on what level of success you get.
okay,
In most cases, like the distraction, anybody fighting, anybody on your side could tap that to use.
okay. So I'm assuming it would be too late to actually do that, or
No, not at all. Like I said, this is the first session. I should have brought this up to begin with.
so it would be willpower,
Yes.
and then I just
Who are you trying to distract specifically?
the big guy.
Okay. Or I guess I take that back. You could be trying to distract the entire crew. Now I think about it,
Oh, okay, then I'll just try.
because it would not change how often it could be tapped. So,
All right. So
but yeah, so it would be willpower versus willpower.
And okay, so I decided to, like, because you told me to name it, so how does the role builder do?
Okay, you hit add.
Yep.
Oops, I did that on V sheet. I thought it was one of my villains. Oops.
Then it'll give you an area to input the role description, so what you want to
Yeah.
call it, your key attribute, which is what you use to roll with. So like most of mine are prowess, except for my mental shield, which is my willpower. And then if it has a modifier, that's where you input the modifier.
Okay,
Or if it's something that you roll based off the power rank, since powers don't show up in the key attributes, you'd also use the modifier for that.
and I don't think I got anything there, so just all right, willpower.
All right, so that's an 11. Oh yeah, they'd have to roll individually.
I'm glad I got my willpower to actually do something, because it's just like a base 7 before me rolling.
Let's see. His willpower is a 5. Hers is an 8. 10 counts is a. All right, so I'll just roll his. Boosh.
Does not care.
Yikes.
As you basically pop in, no one expects a Spanish Inquisition. Everybody looks a little startled, and then 10 count goes. He's not actually there.
This is all a trick.
I've been had.
All right. Okay, so Bob runs up.
He kind of just like sticks a pose for like a fighting stance. He's trying to focus his attention on Starcroft.
Starcross.
Starcross?
StarCraft. It's a video game.
I thought I heard Starcroft.
Starcrossed.
Rost. Okay.
She claims to be an alien. Yeah, whatever.
She's weird. It's fine to see what she does.
Okay.
And
So basically, you run up to where the main group is, but not so much to them as just past them, like you're continue to head towards them. Okay.
just a light jog. It's fine. And hopefully stand in the way, because what she's doing should trigger absorption.
Now, what do you absorb?
So
Oh,
for
you got it.
absorption,
You got it broad. Never mind.
it's the extra is brought in, but
Yeah.
the actual ability is blast.
Okay. Well, the broad is the important thing, because that means you
Yep.
kinetic, physical, anything that isn't like a cutting attack. Basically,
Yep.
Somebody cutting you with a sword would still get through, but
Against all physical and all energy damage.
no, if it says all physical, I guess it would be everything. Yeah. All right. So you basically just run at her growling or something.
Grumpy.
Make yourself look big.
I'm a big man. I can take a hit.
All right, then we are back to 10 count. Who will once again use a little of the old razzle dazzle.
He's not phased at all by this jackass running at him.
He's trying to take out the person in front of him before Jackass gets there.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you.
Yes,
No, I'm
yes.
Jackass.
The invisible jackass.
Sorry, you said it was prowess that it's against?
Yes, yeah. Prowess is your hand to hand.
Okay. He can see where I am.
Correct.
So I
10
don't get
counts
my
the one that the
plus...
invisibility is not helping you.
Okay, so I don't get the +2 modifier.
Just roll your usual 10, you'll be fine.
Right? Except I'm not going to.
Oh, you take the hit. His strike does 7 points of damage. And then he gets a second attack.
Ooh, honey.
Fights can be quick and dirty in this, you know. But it's superhero, so it's rarely life or death.
Oh.
Take you another 7
Aw.
points.
I'm down.
Ding ding.
And
And
I thought
suddenly the
somebody
body ends.
had. Did nobody have healing in this group? I thought somebody did. Oh, that was you. I was thinking for some reason I was thinking it was V, and then I look over and go, "Oh no, it wasn't V."
Oh no.
I have life
Oopsie.
support, but I think that's a personal issue.
No, I'm the one with healing, and I just went down.
Healer's down.
All right, let me look at what all you can spend your determination on. I'm trying to remember if there's one for reducing incoming damage.
I thought you could roll to increase your. You can spend a determination if you have a quality to increase the roll.
Yes. There's a list, a small list of things you can do.
Huh.
If I can find where that is at. Oh, recovery. That could be important too.
Mhm.
Unconscious characters regain consciousness in 2d6 pages. Okay. Back from the dead. Grudge match.
Since I'm technically unconscious right now, would that like do something for that when I stop my actual projection? I don't.
Do what now?
When I would stop my astral projection, would I have to roll to get back up as my human?
No. That's just part of your power.
Okay, cool.
It's not that you're unconscious. It's just that your body's unconscious.
All right, cool. Because be like, oh crap, this sucks.
You've learned to leave the mortal coil.
This thing is not organized the best in the world. Let's see. Difficulty. Determination points. Oh, it's a glossary, not an index. Great. Just 1 second. Ah, here we go. Spinning determination. All right. You can activate a quality. Avoid trouble. Basically, if I tried to activate one of your qualities in a negative way, you could spend a point to cancel that out. Determined effort, which is some powers don't let you retry without spending a point. Let's see if you've got leadership. That doesn't apply here. Nope, looks like you're KO'd for the moment. Because all you got is the activate quality, avoid trouble, and determined effort. So how much stamina does Gladio have?
11.
Okay. And I'm going to say you fade into visibility as you hit the ground. Next up, Phantom.
Still moving.
All right, you basically arrive at the foot of the boarding ramp. At the
There's
back.
a 3-prong landing gear where there's
Yes.
a front and 2 back wheels.
Yes.
All right, he's going to make his way to the front wheel and try to start climbing up that.
Okay. Well, you basically get to the thing.
Yeah, that's the plan, though. Is so he's going to try and get up to the. He's trying to get to the cockpit. if that gets any idea.
I'm gonna steal a plane.
No, he's going to try and destroy it.
It might be
Better.
easier to jump up and grab the entry, the side door that opened that some of the guys came out of.
Well,
It's a small enough vehicle that you could jump up and grab that and probably pull yourself in.
Well, he's also
probably
can
not
phase
large enough.
right through up into the thing, into the
Oh,
cockpit.
that's right. You can phase. I forgot about that. Never mind. Yeah.
And he's been phasing, so he's still kind of transparent right now. So he's going to try and climb his way up and then phase through.
I was
That's
thinking
why-
more like, climbing through where the landing gear goes, like you could potentially do on like a 747.
No, he's going to try and use the landing gear to get up into it and then phase through it to get to the cockpit.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds very doable. Then. Let's see. Then it's Gladio's turn, who is unconscious. Let me roll 2d6 right quick.
Low numbers, low numbers, low numbers. It's pretty good.
Yeah. 3 rounds. 3 rounds ain't too bad. Not when it could have been 12 rounds.
Or 10 round.
And the way they divide a turn up, each of your individual actions is a panel. When everybody's had their turn for the round, that's a page.
It's an interesting way of...
3 rounds of combat.
Essentially.
That's a giant book.
Well, this is comic books, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still... Either they're tiny panels or giant book.
Yeah, we got that novel.
Graphic novel.
Yeah, graphic novel.
Scrapper moves towards Ozzy. Because you look like a challenge. And he is all into that. So he runs up to you. If you want to get to the big guy, you got to go through me first. Oops.
Rolling. Oh, okay. Oh, wrong
That was
person.
the wrong character name, but it's the proper role, so.
Okay. Prowesson?
Yes.
Haha!
Damn.
You suck.
Ting!
Even on a minimum roll, he would have just matched. Jeez. That +7.
Yup.
His
CQC,
prowess
boys!
is high. Very high.
I may have a 1 in intellect, but my prowess is damn good.
He's not a smart man, Jenny.
There's 2 of us in this group.
Alright, then it's nobody's turn.
Itchy nose.
Let's see. Nobody. The big guy looks the most dangerous. The hedgehog's down. He has no idea of what V does one way or the other. But V is closer. And headed towards a teammate. Yeah, he's going to target V, I guess. Alright. He holds a hand out to you, and a beam streaks forth. Let me look up exactly how this ability works.
I'm going to ask a question. Just because this fits entirely with how we've set up our characters. One of our qualities is that we will do anything to protect each other. Even though I'm down, I still have 4 determination points.
How did you get 4?
Because I don't have anything else!
Oh.
How did you get 4?
Me
nerfing
sitting
your
here with a
powers.
baby
We
one.
literally figured this out. I have 4 determination points starting because
Okay,
I
because
have
you took some
limits
limitations
on
and stuff. Yeah.
everything.
Okay, yeah, that I recall that now. Okay.
Did that on
You,
Just
however,
gonna
are unconscious,
Yes, so you're gonna
that's why
slug
I'm
your way
asking.
over to
I'm
me.
asking because that's why.
so
'cause,
you
like,
would not know that your twin is in danger.
Fair enough. Would not. You clearly have never had a sibling. You know. You just know. Even if you're unconscious, you know.
I've
But-
got 3 siblings. I know better than that.
Rules is written, Maddie. Rules is
No,
written.
I'm not. No, I know. I'm just being cheeky to be cheeky.
All right, give me a
What?
coordination roll, V.
Can't spell today.
Where did I put nobody's stat?
No.
Is this something that's gonna trigger my absorption?
It is not.
It's not an energy damage?
It is not.
Oh.
Okay, let's not roll 2d6 because that'd be unfair.
Oh. Still on 10 counts thing.
All right, the beam misses you.
I just have a question. Would that consider triggering the blast on it though? Like absorbing the damage or no? Does it have to hit me?
No, if it misses you, you don't absorb it.
Okay.
Actually, that brings up an interesting question, though. If you think he's going to blast you, would you have tried to dodge?
Well, I'd be focused. I was thinking he'd be focused more on the girl in front of him because this person's invisible, isn't he?
No. He looks like a little field of sparkly energy in a vaguely humanoid shape. You know, imagine a Twilight vampire. If he was invisible, but his sparkles were still visible.
All right.
Wow.
I love him.
There's a visual.
All right, Edward.
You know what? I don't know who this man is, but I love him. As player, love him.
Oh, if
Gladio, probably not so much.
I don't have any sort of danger sense, so if I wouldn't have noticed it right away, that's another thing.
On the other hand, if you're focused on her and just running, it's still difficult to hit you. So yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay,
No,
he misses.
he's still moving towards her.
Oh, and then it's her turn. Let's see. Bring up. Nope, not Scrapper. The other one. Yes. Starcross. First, she has to make this roll. I gotta remember to change the names where I roll. That should be Starcraft uses, or Starcross uses.
I love that. I love the name of that.
Alright. So she gets that to work like she wants it to, which allows her to shoot you.
Excuse me.
Shoot her.
Shoot. Okay.
Let's
like-
a shoes thing
You have
again.
a shoe sting? Make sure I've spelled this right before I embarrass myself. And I did, alright.
That voodoo she do.
Alright, this will be coordination versus coordination. As she is firing a beam at you. You see her doing this. Are you trying to dodge or trying to just take it?
She's firing a beam. Is it like an energy beam of sorts?
Well, you have to decide what your character's doing. Basically, as she's been doing this.
Oh no, he
then
wants
she
to
comes
try and
up.
absorb it.
Okay.
He wants to try and absorb it. Do you still need me to do a coordination?
No.
Yep.
What is your rank of absorption?
5.
You know, if she rolled a 1 or something, I might say she missed anyway, but yeah. Alright, and her blast is doing 5, so you absorb 5 points of some sort of energy.
I'm
You
an
absorb a
expert,
lot
I
of
can
different energy over time. You've never felt something quite like this. You don't know what kind of stuff she's firing.
Cool. Now, because of my Broaden, I don't take damage, I just absorb it.
Correct.
Cool.
And you can hold. I think the 5 points is all you can hold.
Yeah.
But the absorption still reduces any more damage coming in.
Yeah.
It just spills over where you can't hold it. So.
Yeah. Because I can, yeah, and then I can release the blast on my turn.
Right. Next turn,
Okay.
you can fire another. You can fire a blast back at her or at anybody else.
Yeah.
Ozzy, there's a little man in front of you.
Because of how well I succeeded against him, can I have just like pushed him to the side and kept running?
You could do kind of a roll around him.
Oh, I mean I'm large.
Shove him.
Okay.
Foot.
Well, okay, if you just kind of brush past him,
Yeah, I just kind of
it doesn't
it's
do
like
anything
it's
to him. You just
He's
kept
like,
going.
tiny
No.
man, out of the way. Push.
it's kind of like it's almost like a stiff arm.
Just step over him.
Or he takes a swing and you just kind of grab his hand and just push him completely out of the way and keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm still focused on 10 count over there. I still think
Alright.
he's going because I want to be like this guy tries to punch me and he goes tink, and I just kind of like push him out of the way.
You baby man.
And I want to do like as I get into range, I want to try a long jump and use my binding power on 10 count.
All right, now describe to me how your binding power works.
It's like these tensile cords that come out from his wrists and kind of like shoot around somebody. They're like giant. They're basically giant cables, but they wrap around somebody.
Okay,
Like Omega Red.
gotcha. All right, binding is that will be a coordination attack because
Okay.
it's ranged.
Am I adding my power to that? Because it's a 5?
Nope. The 5
Damn.
tells you how far you how far you can shoot them out.
Okay.
If you use them for swinging, it gives you the speed, and when he tries to break out, it's the strength of the material.
Okay. Okay.
So give it an old coordination roll.
Boop. Nope.
Nope.
Then I am just free falling into his area. I was gonna say if it was a long jump, could I have like added athletics?
There's nothing really in your way. Yeah, that wouldn't let you travel any further. So now you just, you jumped up in the air, shot your little, silly strings at him, and then kind of land there in front of him.
Do like a 3-point landing, like whoa.
Superhero landing.
Yeah.
It's terrible for the knees, but they all do it anyway.
I don't have I'm made of metal. Doesn't matter. All right.
Detective
well,
Tom.
How far is that shipping container from the battle?
Run that by me again.
The shipping container my actual body's hiding in?
Oh, it's right here on the back dock where everybody else is.
So, could I just, like, phase back to my body and, like, start spinning?
Yeah, as far as I know. Well, I'm trying to remember if you have to actually travel back or if you just kind of poof back to it when you turn your power off.
To the book.
To the book.
I don't think it says, does it?
Let's see. All right. And it doesn't say one way or the other, so I'm going to say you can poof back without any trouble.
Okay, so...
Look, that's how I did it in my other game.
Cool. So am I able to just poof back, get out of the shipping container, grow, and start spinning towards them?
Yeah.
Okay.
The poofing don't take an action. The little bit of movement you need to do, doesn't take up an entire action.
Okay, so...
Cue Tasmanian Devil.
Pretty
Spinny
much,
boy's
yeah.
gonna spin.
So
Or
you pop
Beyblades.
in, you scream to get their attention. They went, "Psst," ignore him. And then suddenly you disappear and you come out of a box spinning.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition twice.
Nobody expects the spinning Inquisition.
I warned you, and now I gotta use my top.
Please name something that expects the spinning Inquisition. Please.
All right, so who are you attacking, Top? Your options are scrap or 10 count. Starcross is a little bit further away.
Definitely 10.
All right.
For a beating of 10.
He's the big boy. Yeah, of course.
I agree.
Well, I have growth and spinning. Does that do anything towards him? Or
Could become a very large top.
All right. Let me bring up top so I can see what you do.
You turn into the physical manifestation of a hurricane.
And then he
And
slips into the
growth
water and
can
starts
make you
pulling up
quite
sharks.
large. All right. Growth gives you damage reduction at your rank. Your strength goes up to your rank. Or if it's equal to or less than your strength gets a +1. So in your case, your strength would go to a 6. You have a damage reduction of 5. You have the quality large on you now. And defensive rolls to avoid things I think are at a -2. But that's kind of counteracted by how much damage resistance you get.
okay. Yeah.
And spinning counts as a movement power.
Aye.
Let me see if it does anything special as far as attacks or defenses.
I know for defense it stops me from like grappling and stuff.
Let's see. Alright, it gives you 3 benefits. First, your rapid spinning gives you binding resistance, including wrestling attacks. Generates wind screen that substitutes the power's level for coordination. So if your coordination is a 5 and the spinning's a 5, so
6.
yeah. To defend against physical or air-based attacks. If somebody tried to shoot you with lightning or something, that's just your ass. Third, you can use your powers level instead of your strength to damage and grapple in close combat. With your growth, your strength is going to be higher anyway.
So they both don't stack, right? The growth and the spinning?
Actually, I suppose they would. So for grappling or damaging while you're doing this, your damage would be a 7. And you essentially have a +7 to you to any grappling roll you make.
Okay.
So those powers work together a lot better than I thought they would.
Unexpected synergy.
Yep. I can segue into another series of superhero books I've read that deals with that, but I won't.
So I'll just spin and try to grapple him as I'm large and spinning.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh, that guy's huge.
Are you happy?
Right.
Are you happy?
Yes. Yes, I am.
It's a good roll, too.
Big boy roll. Holy shit. Is that a perfect roll?
Yes. If it's got the little green box around it, it is. And then a red box is the one.
Delicious.
All right.
Those-
Oh. Well, I just noticed something that I have been seriously screwing up on.
Yikes.
Maddie is probably not going to be happy with me.
Uh-oh.
That face.
You see, the fancy footwork I've been rolling uses his coordination, but while he was fighting you, he should have been using his prowess, which is a little bit lower.
So shut off a page is compensation.
Couple
that
pages.
sounds fair. That sounds fair.
Let's come back the next round.
And in addition to that, because I think Maddie came really close to hitting him at least one time.
Yes.
How much damage do your spines do, Maddie?
6.
All right. Well, I'm going to...
No, sorry. Is it 6? My strength is a 6, and then... Well, it depends if I'm striking or if I'm hitting with the spines, like, in the roll. Because if I'm hitting with the spines as a roll, then it's 6, but if I'm striking, that's an actual combat feat. And I don't know how that's calculated. Also, somebody's apparently at my door. I'll be right back.
Okay. We're gonna knock 6 off his health rate. So he is taking a decent. So let's change fancy footwork to prowess instead of coordination,
Would I have hit him?
and
With
then
the difference?
dodge to. No, because you were using a ranged attack. He made the range for you.
Oh, okay. You made the right roll. Okay. Aw.
All right. All right. So spinning inquisition would be you were doing wrestling essentially.
Yep.
And let me see if wrestling uses strength or coordination to dodge. Actions. Here we go. Wrestling
Okay.
is a prowess against the greater. Oh, okay. All right. So for wrestling, he can use prowess or coordination. So to avoid your 13, he will use his coordination. And fails. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's a massive success. You put the target into a complete hold. The target is fully restrained and can take no physical actions except to escape from the hold. In your panel, you can inflict strength damage on a character in a complete hold as a reaction with no test required. A character in a hold can attempt to escape as a prowess or strength test in their panel.
Hey, that was my guy.
So basically, you're standing there and you've got him snatched up in the air.
And I can hurt him when he tries to escape.
Yes, basically on your next turn, you can start doing damage to him.
Cool.
And that does not require a roll, as long as he does not get out on his turn.
And that will or won't require a roll.
On his turn, yeah, there'll be a contested roll for him to try to get loose. If he doesn't get loose, then you can do the damage for free on your turn.
Okay, and I'm assuming it's to beat the original 13?
No, it would be your strength versus his strength or coordination.
Okay. All right, so he's definitely getting out next turn.
V, you're up. What's Bob doing?
Bob is going to send. Sorry, I was muted.
Yes, I know. That's why I started nodding my head. Like I could hear you.
More. If I see nodding, that's when I know. I'm just like. I am gonna redirect the power she threw at me back to her.
Alrighty. Where did I put start sheet? There we go. Alright, that would be a coordination to blaster.
Yep. Nah.
Oh, that's not great.
My coordination is baby.
She quickly dodges out of the way. Seems surprised that you're shooting the same stuff back at her.
The nerve of this person.
Well, it's like you show up to a party in the same dress. It's just not.
One of us is gonna have to change.
Do you continue to move towards her?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, then you're basically in close range now. So next round you can reach out and tap her if you want, or vice versa.
Unless she runs away like a. No, kidding.
All right, 10 count is up. All right, he got a big boy in front of him now.
Question: If I
Wait,
use if I use my coordination, does he have to use his, or can he use strength?
Oh, that's right. 10 count's the one that's been snatched up.
I was gonna say he got snatched up.
That's right. In that case, he's attempting to escape. It is You, as the one holding him, have to use strength.
Oh, okay.
As the one trying to escape, he can use strength or coordination. Basically, he can try to muscle his way out, or he can try to squirm out. He's a squirmer.
Ooh.
Oh, you suck.
Ooh. Ossie's looking up like, hey, that's my guy.
Oh, that's a
Clearly, he needs to practice the 5Ds dodgeball more.
So
Indeed.
I also hurt him this turn then.
When
Still
your
holding.
turn comes up, yes.
Okay. Question: if
Mhm.
I'm holding him in the air, would that make him like less likely to get hit by people that are shorter than me?
It depends on how high up you're holding him.
Or could I just like hold him in like a full Nelson to like let people like whack into him?
Well, you've got him snatched up. Wait a minute, that's right. You don't turn into a hurricane. You're just spinning like one.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you could have him snatched up, under his arms and behind his head, and be spinning him around. So yeah, if Ozzy wanted to just kind of hold his fist out and wait for the face to rotate around, he could.
Okay.
Hey,
Like
better,
you said-
better. Bam, swing.
Now, if you're gonna stand that
Pow.
close, be careful of projectile vomiting because you are spinning this guy really fast. Just saying.
I'm not afraid of a little vomit.
Anyway, it
Does
is
the way of
Phantom's
swordsman
go.
just kind of repel vomit, maybe? Just asking for future.
Vomiting, doing damage.
After this adventure, everybody make sure to start to guard their uniform so the stuff comes off easier.
We need
What's
a
a
two spray
uniform?
kit.
All right, so Phantom, you're up.
All right. Well, time to climb up the
Okay.
landing gear into the.
Give me a quick athletics if you've got it.
I don't have an athletics. Do I use coordination or?
We'll let you use coordination or strength, whichever you prefer.
Oh, they're both equal. So
Oh, okay.
it's decent.
Yeah, with the landing gears giving you plenty of handholds. So yeah, you managed to pull yourself up into the cockpit. It's a massive success,
It's a
it's a second tier success. So doesn't take any extra action or anything. It's just your movement to get in there. So you are still free to act.
Is there anyone inside?
Nobody's in the cockpit proper. The cockpit door's open. You can see back into the cargo bay. All the normal guys are kind of crowded at the door, at the back door, peeking around. None of them really want to go out while the super fight's going on.
Fair enough.
Most of them have their guns out, but they're not really trying to get involved.
Well, my character is going to go over to the console and look it over. Now, he's no air pilot, so he has no aviation experience. So he's trying to look for things that he can.
That might work to your advantage, actually.
There's lots of gauges and dials, and
Trying to
Press
decide.
buttons until the right thing happens.
Well, if you're just trying to stop them from taking off, or like the hammer, I'm pretty sure would do the job.
Yeah.
Well, do we have any like axe or something? The fire axe or something in the cockpit. I wonder, or a fire
Safety
extinguisher.
axe.
give me an awareness roll.
Fire axe. What is this? A 20s?
You never know. Awareness.
Awareness. You spot the fire extinguisher pretty easy.
Okay.
It's not one of the really big, huge ones, but it is still a metal cylinder, they big.
Well, he's going to pop out of phasing, so he becomes solid again, because he can't interact with the environment while he's phased.
Yeah.
And since that's not a action, he'll also concentrate. I don't know if that's counts as an action for his force field that he has, because he's probably going to make a lot of noise, and he's going to get some heat real quick.
Yeah. Turning on your force shield does not take an action.
Okay. But it is a concentration, so as long as I don't get stunned or anything, it should be fine.
Right. Or try to use another power that requires concentration.
Yeah. Force field will break if I use phasing, but everything else should be fine. And he's going to take the fire extinguisher and start smashing away at the panel.
Give me a strength roll. Let's see. Let me look at the benchmark table right quick. How sturdy do I think this would be?
Sensitive electronics, not very.
And a lot of plastic, so yeah.
Ooh,
Still did it.
Oh yeah, you start smashing up all kinds of stuff.
that's going to get everyone's attention.
Oh yeah, you make lots of noise. People turn around, you hear, "Holy crap, somebody's in the cockpit!" And you hear our feet, feet on the metal paneling of the floor, running your direction.
You hear like several guns cocking.
It's just a routine checkup. Everybody go back to the fight.
Nothing to see. Nothing to see here.
Yep.
You're pretty sure you have rendered this plane inoperable.
Excellent.
Now, somebody with some know-how and some tools could probably get it functioning,
Yeah, of course, but
they're missing a lot of their, a lot of the instrumentation they wouldn't be able to read right now without replacement parts.
all right. Well, that's my action. Force field up. We'll see what happens if I get shot up.
If you get shot up a lot. Let me give a quick initiative roll for the goons. They go on a 3, so we'll just remember that they go after a V.
All right.
All right. Let's see. This is this the second round? Gladio's been unconscious.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So Gladio will wake up basically at the end of this round.
How much stamina do they get when they come back up?
I think they start with 1.
Okay. That's good to know. We'll get
It's
knocked
good
out.
to know.
Then it is Scrapper, who does not take well to Ozzy's brush off. He comes up behind Ozzy and tries for kind of like a kidney punch.
A kidney punch. To
Really,
a
that's just the
not
best.
there.
That's just kind of the best level for him to hit at.
Yeah.
All right. That's 10 count. I did star-crossed. Where did I put? Oh, there's Scrapper.
Ooh. All right. Probably.
Yes, prowess, yes. Come on, man. Take at least a hit. Be a pal. Like Maddie.
My favorite thing is that this guy wants a big challenge, and I'm just like no-selling the crap out of his hits.
You heard him stepping up behind you. You just kind of duck to the side. Then it's nobody's turn. Nobody is following behind Bob. Where did I put nobody? Let's see. Yeah, he's going to try what he tried last time one more time at least. So coordination versus coordination. That's not so good. You may be able to dodge that. V, that's you.
Sorry. I was like, me?
Yes, you.
Sorry.
All right, let me see if that one does anything on a mark.
It grazes you caressingly on the cheek.
Wait, I'm being punched now?
No. He was shooting the same thing at you.
Oh. She's shooting the same thing at me, so my... Does my Brada not reduce that by 5?
Let's see if successful. Yeah, but it's still a combat roll, so marginals don't count. You see the beam just almost graze you. Starcroft looks back. Will you hit this guy already? And then it's her turn. Let's see. How smart is she? Okay, she's smart enough to realize what probably happened there. She backpedals away from you at super speed. And you see her kind of go into that concentration mode again. That is all she does this round.
Okay.
Ozzy!
I will look up at this my once fine quarry being taken by this large spinning man. It's gonna be like, well, I was gonna get him. Turn around to the person who's been trying to wail on me, like, fine, and just gonna try to deck him.
Love tap.
Well, I'm assuming you can't do much of dodge since I'm holding him, right?
Prowess, yeah.
Ooh, that's
Alright.
a
Well-
boom.
I'm punching, the other guy. The other guy
Scrapper.
behind me. Yeah, Scrapper.
Alright, give me prowess then.
Use fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs.
Ooh!
And he dodges.
Just barely. Ooh.
Like, whiffs over, and I'm just like, ooh, this is gonna be a fight.
You underestimated how short this man was.
I, like, overshot it.
To be fair, Scrapper is only about 5'3".
Yeah,
So he's
I
especially
would've-
short compared to
I
Ozzy.
would have easily overshot that, yeah.
It makes him ducking out of the way extra easy.
Yeah, yeah.
Detective Top.
Can I do anything else besides keep holding him?
He can do damage, I believe.
Yeah, is he in a true hold?
He's in a full hold.
Then he should be able to do damage equal to strength.
Yes, and that
'Cause
does
I
not
have the
take an
same thing.
action to do.
Yeah, use that.
So I just roll strength?
No, you don't have to roll for this. He just takes the damage. What is your strength rank?
5.
All right, 5. Your growth makes that 6, I believe.
If I'm spinning as all, I would make it 7 still.
Well, the spinning helps you with the wrestling rolls, not damage.
Okay. So yeah, 6.
All right, so 10 count's going to take another 6.
That's 10 count looking.
Well, from where Ozzy's standing, it's just kind of, you think maybe a little green, and then suddenly he goes, and Top, you
Can I-
kind of go limp. He is clearly unconscious.
I was gonna say, can I roll dodge so it lands on Scrapper? It's ranged, I'll do coordination.
It's area effect. It's probably going to hit you both.
And hit everyone in the area.
Hit everyone in a 90
Strangely,
degree
it's
arc.
everybody except Top, because the wind carries it away from him.
All of a sudden, I'm in the ship and I hear a thump. What?
You see this green goo hit the windshield of
Yeah,
the,
exactly.
of
I'm
the
like-
airplane.
What the hell? Did someone kill someone out there?
Alien blood.
No, I see a piece of chicken. Never mind.
Okay. Alright, since he's out, I can just let him go and I'm able to go against someone else now? Or 'cause that
Yeah,
was a-
you didn't have to spend an action doing any of this, so yeah, you can drop him.
All right, cool. Is there anyone still close to me, or?
Scrappers, plenty close enough. You'd have to move off a little ways to get to nobody or Starcross. Basically, it would spend your action to get to their out to the range increment they're at.
All right, so I'll just get to the one that's close to me and spin onto him and try to grapple him.
All right, try to grapple.
Which would be spinning and growth, right?
Yes, all that would factor in.
The Spinquisition.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
No.
Jesus.
He was
gets a
ready
plus
for you.
8?
Yeah, he's got a power he gets to use for his dodging. It's actually probably the highest rank something he's got.
It's real bad that I freaking rolled a 1.
Well, it happens.
No, it's equal to it's equal to one of his. Not a stat that he needs with what he does. But that's what you get with random rolls. All right. Oh, let's see. Then it is Bob.
Now I have a question. Can I use animal mimicry twice? Like use the speed of a cheetah to catch up to her, and then use the strength of an elephant to punch her.
Not in the same action.
Okay. Well,
let me check animal mimicry and make sure that it's not one of them that takes a panel to get ready.
I don't think it does. I wrote it. I wrote all of these down. So I'm gonna go take a look myself. That's. Oh,
That'd
it does
probably
take
be
a
smart if
page
I
of.
did.
It does take a page of preparation.
Yeah.
Can only mimic one at a time. Okay, it says right there. I should have just used my eyes to read.
It's a new game. There's going to be a lot of that.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. It's not listed under animal mimicry. It's just listed under.
Yep. So my trigger for absorption is if I take a hit. Can I take the turn to prep animal mimicry to use speed of a cheetah to get up to her? But if I get hit, will absorption still proc?
Yes, absorption's automatic.
Okay. Yep. I will take the turn to prep speed of a cheetah.
Your legs tighten.
She's
Your
not
body
the
tenses.
only one that can go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Her last words for unconscious overtakers will be, "Stop copying me!"
Yeah.
Stops copies me.
Just because you're older doesn't mean you're the only one that likes Sonic.
Goons are next, by the way, just as a reminder.
Oh, I hadn't forgotten, I promise.
Okay, just making sure.
The goons basically form almost a firing line and start shooting at you.
Fun.
There are 4 of them. They are using combined effort. The way one of the ways combined effort works is you got the main guy shooting, or just one's assigned as the main guy. The first guy that helps him gives him a +2. After that, you have to double the number that are helping him. So the next 2 combined give him another +2, +1. Here, I thought I had this memorized.
That's why we're going through this. Make sure we get this.
Well, I'm a little ashamed that I don't remember combined action because one of my regular players has a duplicator, so it comes up fairly often.
Combined effort?
Yeah. Guess that would be under actions, probably.
It is on page 23.
All right. Okay, the bonuses are +1. So basically, I take 1 shot at a +2. So, and roll me a coordination to dodge.
Meat.
Yep.
The bullets graze you lovingly on the chin.
Well, I like to think that force field kind of helps a little bend them out of the way a little bit. But
You see little sparks basically as they kind of nip the force shield. Not direct hits, nothing that had any
Penetration.
chance
yeah.
to get through. And then
Bring
they
in
go
the
into
guy
the
with the shotgun.
Some of them go into the console. Some of them go into the window or through the window. Actually, through the back. The window stops them. It cracks. They're embedded in it, but it's like it's resistant glass.
Yeah, because they got to be thick glass if they're aircraft.
Hmm.
I think they're plated. No, I have to check.
All right. Then we get to the top of the order, but just one second. As a new challenger appears.
I'm sorry.
Suddenly, the Smash Brothers new challenger appears sounds happens.
It's like a siren going off for no reason.
Reep, reep. Challenger approaches. Well, they didn't make enough noise to call in the sovereigns. I don't know what would.
Coordination. Let's see. Military background. Well, they should not have been Scrapper, but anyway. Alright, so top of the order is 10 count, who is unconscious.
Down for 10 counts, perhaps.
Perhaps. So then it is Scrapper.
How long would 10 count be out for?
Is he finally sated now that I'm fighting him?
He seems pleased.
There. Good. Fine.
And he
Good.
takes
Is
a
this
swing at you.
Austin Durrance is like, is this what you want?
Yeah, it is. You get out of the way. It's going to be a battle of the whiffs. Gladio, you hear the sounds of fighting, and you wake up.
I like to.
You don't feel so good.
Nope.
He is, I'm gonna use my healing power
Okay.
on myself.
Alrighty. And how many ranks do you have in healing?
5.
And can you use them all on you?
Yes.
Alright.
The only, the restriction is for healing others, unless it's his brother. But he can use the full healing on himself.
All right,
So I can bring myself right back up to 11 since I come back with 1.
Okay.
And it's like I never went down.
Careful what you wish for.
I mean, you're right. However, as I stand back up, my statement is, I can do this all day.
Oh my god.
And you were the one who was upset about those cheesy quotes.
And now
Yeah.
I'm going home. Okay. Good fight, everybody.
Bye.
I can't really use
But-
anything else because that's my full action to heal myself.
Yeah, that's definitely that is definitely an action.
Wouldn't that what would you do if you came back to consciousness and you saw the dude who was wailing on you just is in a heap somewhere, was sputtering out of his mouth?
Meh.
Okay. Maddie, you can only restore your power level in 1 round. The double your stamina is how much you can heal any individual
Okay, then
in an issue.
Then I am up with 6. Okay, fair enough.
Alright. Phantom.
Well, he's going to phase, which will cause him to drop his shielding.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going to start walking right towards the men like a madman. Just walking. He will look transparent to them, but he's walking right towards them. And he will try to pass right through them. Taking notes of everything inside the ship while he's doing that as well. Because now if they're goons, they're not threats to him right now. Because they can't, if they only have physical attacks, they can't.
And yeah, they look like run of the mill run of thugs.
Yeah. So he's taking note of everything in the ship as well.
Okay.
See if there was any of the stolen materials or anything.
No, it looks pretty empty. Like they made sure they had plenty of room.
Okay. But no insignias or anything out of the ordinary there. Do I have to do like an
No,
investigation?
no, there's no big, Hydra H's or anything.
Fair enough. All right. Well, he's making his way out of the ship now, so I think that'll be his action: is moving out, back onto the ground after passing through all the goons. Nope. Someone hitting me.
Not you, no.
Someone hitting.
So all of a sudden I heard beep. I'm like, oh, did I trigger a trap card?
No, it's the guy that comes after you. All you on the battlefield suddenly see a lightning bolt come down from the sky.
Uh-oh. We gotta
Who called
go.
Thor?
You might need to go.
We need to
Let me
go.
roll. Let me roll for the person being shot at.
Cause I'm 90% sure that we're about to get a superhero pose. And we're all gonna recognize who the fuck this is.
Yeah, he lands in and he's dabbing.
No, it's a Thor pose where he's like one knee down like he's doing a Tim Tebow with the hammer out.
But he has to dab. Gotta dab as he comes down.
The only part that makes me sad is the dabbing.
Yeah.
Do the superhero pose. Do the superhero jump where they just
Superhero
land
landing.
and almost break their kneecaps.
So somebody's taking a shot at nobody. And nobody kind of stutters, but it wasn't a good solid hit. But it seems to have affected him.
Just a smidgen.
Looking up above you, because everybody sees this. There's a man in a sky blue suit. He has got a lightning bolt designs that spiral around the sleeves and kind of come up the shoulders and kind of join together at the chest and run down about midway down his chest.
Uh-oh.
He is not wearing a mask. He has a white cape. You recognize him as Captain Thunder. He is the leader of the guardsmen, or the crap, I said the name. Storm Chasers out of Kansas City.
But crucially affiliated with the Sovereign.
Right. They are a registered team.
Yeah.
Now, you only see him at the moment.
Ooh.
That means it's time to go.
No! Keep fighting!
My speed is ready to go.
Time to grab the twin and flee.
He's one guy. Don't freak out.
Oh,
I'm not going
focusing on the
to. I'm
girl.
not going to hit you with 2 full super teams in the first session. That will
Are
come
you
later.
sure?
That
The
will
first
go later.
session.
I mean, if the leader's here, then we're in. The rest of the team's coming in.
No, I think it's more
Uh,
a case of we're all vigilantes and this is the official team of the city and we gotta go. We cannot be here. We are gonna be in so much trouble.
We're grounded.
Dad's gonna be so fucking mad.
He's all yours now. Just use my cables to leave.
Well, the trick is, Ozzy would not necessarily be super aware of all of this.
No, he wouldn't know. He just wants to fight. He's a big dumb boy. He doesn't know what's going on.
However,
So,
I think with the entrance to Captain Thunder, we might need to call it here because it is 10 o'clock.
I've only got 9 o'clock.
Yeah, but you technically started at 6.
Fair enough. Fun with time zones. But yeah, this is probably a good spot to stop.
So with the arrival of Captain Thunder, our vigilantes versing off against the team of supervillains, we're going to find out what happens next week in the thrilling conclusion to the very first fight that our vigilantes ever face. Yeah, that'll be next week. If you're looking for something to watch tomorrow night, we will be back with Dire Bear Adventuring Company with a little more Curse of Strahd. I hope you're all ready because things are going to get spicy. After that, we will have our weekend break and we'll be back on Tuesday with Esper Genesis, run by our main man Jason here. And then, of course, back again on Wednesday with a little bit more icons. The week after that, we'll see the return of our Monday night campaign in which we are all playing brand new characters. I hope you're ready. V and I are excited. Especially
I want to DM some goblins.
especially since our characters don't know each other. So that'll be fun. But without further ado, again, we would like to thank our sponsors, D&D Beyond. That is D, the letter N, D, Beyond.com. Also like to thank Lucky Dice Cafe and Station Retro in Huntsville, Alabama. And of course, like to thank our players and our DM for the night, Jason, who was our DM, V, who plays Cleopas, Daniel, who plays Phantom, Jeremy, who's playing Ozzy, and Seb, who is playing Detective Top. And I was playing Wonder Twin number 1, Gladio.
Oh.
She said me first, so I think I'm number 1, but okay.
We discussed this.
Clearly, she
I was
thinks you're
born
number 2.
first.
Doesn't mean
I was
anything.
born by half a second.
First the worst, second the best. Hello?
That's
Not true.
not
At
true in
all.
the slightest.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know you don't. Anyway, so with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night with some high fantasy everything sucks campaign. And I hope everybody has a good night. Stay cool. Stay refreshed. Drink some water. Be good to one another. And remember, roar for initiative.
Night.